Oh, God. Today's Wifecast is brought... Well, Wifecast. Jesus Christ with the Wifecast. It's brought to you by Bart Merrick, the Bart Merrick team.
Yes, if you're looking to buy or sell your house, use the Bart Merrick team. We've got Crystal Van, one half of the Bart Merrick team, on the show today. And you'll hear at the end of the show, she talks about how the market's changing a little bit. People are now having an easier time buying a house. It's not as crazy as she saw it. But that's the thing. Bart and Crystal have been working full-time in this market throughout the pandemic.
The entire time.
Before the pandemic, in the pandemic, and now currently, this is their full-time job. They know the market. They know what your house needs to sell for. Yeah. They have an understanding of that, and they know how to buy a house. So you want them on your side if you're looking to buy a house, especially in this market. They know the tips and tricks. They know what your offer should be.
Well, they helped me sell my mother's house, and I just got this email 2 days ago, and I shared this with Bart and Crystal. This is from Matthew. He's a listener, and Matthew says, I just wanted to say thanks for the recommendation for Bart and Crystal. I just finished making a purchase with them, and they were great. Just a nice little message from Matthew. Yeah. I sent it to them. If you want that type of customer service, if you want to be treated fairly and knowledgeably and not having your intelligence insulted, Bart and Crystal will treat you right. They're just good humans.
Also, if you're looking to buy anywhere in Florida, they have different contacts throughout Florida, other realtors that they can point you towards that they vetted,
we
that
got
they
a guy
know.
For you.
Exactly. You want to buy in Tampa, you want to buy in South Florida, you want to buy in the coast, North Florida, anywhere, even out of state. They have a network of other realtors that they've been working with, other BDMs and other realtors that they have been doing deals with for years. So they'll point you in the right direction. So no matter where you want to move, please just give a call to Bart Merrick and Crystal Van. Their cell phone numbers are on the website. It's barttherealtor.com.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Whoopee. Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Our producer Samantha's here. Hello, Sam.
This is weird. You guys are doing it like it's ACT. We never start like that on a Friday.
Oh, yeah. We go, Titty Friday!
Yeah.
Oh, yeah! And then I'm like,
wait, am I not allowed to curse
And then I
right
go,
now?
let's go! Let's go!
We're doing a Wifecast today.
Yeah.
They're thrown off. The energy is thrown off.
Yes.
I know.
By
It's
having
weird.
us here.
Small dick energy
Pre-recording.
in the room. Let's go.
Small thinking.
So we're
I didn't. It's trying to make you laugh.
we are pre-recording a Friday free show.
How mad are they going to be?
Well,
What are we
week
supposed
ahead.
to do? What are we supposed to do?
not do it. And,
Phone in.
Just do nothing. People get mad if you give them extra.
Well, if we do nothing, would they complain about it, or would they be like, finally, they did nothing good?
No, they'll complain.
Sick and tired
Daniel
of them.
could call in from the dance competition where it's
Yeah.
like,
We could do a Zoom cast, yeah.
and he's like, what? What?
Yeah, I could definitely. I'm not going to watch all those dances.
Friday's a long day.
It's a
too.
long day.
We got
That's
a
a
long-
lot of little dancing.
We're from 8 a.m. to like 10 p.m.
Oh,
goddamn.
I would not want to go to one of those.
no.
You guys have been to how many?
I've been to less than her. Thank you for your service. I've been to like
We did-
6.
Well, no, this year we did 3 local competitions, and now we're headed to Charleston. When they're listening to this, we will be in Charleston for nationals. So
Yeah,
it's
nationals.
over a week's time. So we have 3 days.
Nationals.
competition.
Could they do it over Zoom? Do you think, like, instead of driving,
They did,
like,
yeah,
you
they-
do it locally?
Well, during COVID, they did it over, like,
Yeah,
but
Well, I'm
it's
just
not
like,
good. You
But then
can't
you can't
really
sell anything. It's probably a lot of stuff being
they
sold
like
there,
to
right?
sell it. Yeah, and the kids, it's a different energy when you're on the stage.
It
in
is a
front
different
of-
energy. Yeah, it's different.
But
Ah.
I gave Daniel an out. I said, honestly, Maisie and I can just go up. You can stay home in a
No,
quiet
I'm
house.
not doing that's a
with
trap.
the dog.
Every guy listening to this knows that's a fucking trap.
No, there's so many dads that are not going because they're
yeah,
like,
but I'm
nope.
not that guy. I have to go because I know. First of all, there's two things that would be happening here. Number one, you would be storing that for a later date. That's what women do.
Just give me
Traditionally, they give you this trap, and then they let you choose. And they will let you choose. Much like a Zork book or Choose Your Own Adventure or any of that garbage I did as a kid, women will let you choose. But you have to be, you got to be completely comfortable with your decision and know that she's going to take that decision you made and bank it and use it at a later date.
This is very Bill Burr.
No, but that's what's going to happen.
Andrew is not a trapper. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're out of your mind.
No,
She's
I've
the
never
best
gone-
trapper.
I've
Crystal's
never
She's a trapper keeper.
Crystal
Mead.
is the Davy Crockett of trapping.
Oh, my God. Yeah, she is.
Joe set up a trap.
She's a less
I fell into one last
she's
night.
less Stroud. You fell into a trap?
Oh, last night we're
Making love? And you fell-
tensions are high.
Oh, my
We'll talk
God.
about
It's
it.
like Taiwan. Tensions are high.
No, we'll come back to it. But no, I wouldn't. But I feel like on these kind of trips, I have 2 kids because he wants to do his thing.
Yeah. I want to do fun. I don't want to just go there and dance. I mean, what the fuck?
Well, Andrea wants to leave the older kid at home so she can have some peace and
I
quiet.
can't be left alone unattended. I
Right,
need somebody
because
to
I would be
stay
getting
with me.
alerts on my phone because he's so bored of him spending money.
Oh, there it is.
So I would get all of that.
Yeah.
But-
yeah. She
But
got
I
that
asked
thing
him
locked
last
Or
night-
at least your older kid's not shit-faced drunk anymore. That's probably harder.
You can't. I can't even buy one of these ghost red Sour Patch Kid energy drinks without her getting an alert on her fucking
Daniel,
phone.
that-
She's like, you shouldn't be drinking the raspberry or the red berry Sour Patch energy drinks.
That looks like the most unhealthy
Oh,
thing
it's
I've
so
ever
good.
seen.
Look at the side. It's got all kinds of like diagrams to show you how your brain's going to explode when you
Poison's
drink it. Yeah.
biohazard.
Look at that. It said legendary energy epic focus, 0 sugars, no artificial
So can you
colors.
imagine-
Do you want to butt fuck your brain with 200 milligrams?
A 7-year-old, and I have this hopped up on Ghost or whatever.
Yeah, I got
I
ghosts.
can imagine
When you have
it.
ghosts, you have everything.
So I asked him last night. I was like, "Okay, you're bringing your Switch. Are you going to bring your? Are you bringing the
I'm
Apple
bringing
TV?
my Nintendo Switch, and
Are
I'm
you gonna
bringing
bring
an
your
Apple
guitar?
TV.
Like, I
They
have
already
to-
pack a bag of toys for them.
Wait,
I do
are we
have
going to
to
talk
pa-
about
I-
the trunk?
I do.
I want to hear about it.
Don't talk about. What did I say about the fucking trunk last night?
Yeah.
The trunk's already gone, by the way. I already re-gifted the trunk. The trunk.
What do you mean?
She found some shit from a friend of
So,
hers that
okay.
was throwing it out. Is that a gift?
My
if
friend-
a teacher friend of yours is throwing out a trunk of costumes,
My friend-
that's trash.
She decided to leave the profession, like many teachers recently.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
I heard that. You know, it's hard to find a nurse that wants to be a nurse these days. I read that somewhere.
So she's like trying to, offering it up, and nobody wants to take it. And
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
it's
I'll
fucking
take
trash.
it.
Yeah, nobody.
Closer than the dump.
She thought, she's like, because I'm a whimsical boy, because I'm a whimsical half man, and because I do like a mask, I like a novelty hat, I like
Honestly-
the 3-corner hat, I like a gorilla mask, I like the fish mask that's in there, I like novelty
Now
shoes.
it's all coming together for me.
I honestly
understand.
thought-
It's on brand. It's not. She's not wrong in thinking that I would like it. It's just she should have known that this is teacher trash, and nobody wants these costumes.
Is
I
it for
thought-
kids?
Well,
like
some
They're
were-
my size, so they might.
Some were kids and some were like adults because she would dress up as well. And I honestly thought, hey, in my head, I'm just going to let them, Maisie and Daniel, dress up, do fun stuff, and I'm going to sneak out. I'm going to go have a girls' day or something. Like, let them have, like, it's something to keep them entertained for the
Gotcha.
weekend.
So you're gonna. Oh, I found some trash. He loves trash. It'll
Maisie
distract
loves that
him.
kind of stuff because she has, like, spirit days at dance. So
She
I thought,
does love a good dress up.
hey, we can dress
Yeah.
up. There's spirit days at school, and so I
there's a
thought it'd
lab
be great.
coat. There's like a fireman, like a fake fireman jacket.
Aw.
There's. I didn't get through all of it because I was like, this is trash. It's all trash.
Daniel presented to us Andrea got me a trunk of costumes for her birthday. We were like,
that's what she got me.
I did because I'm trying to keep my head above water right now.
Yeah.
With this whole dance thing and just life, and I thought, oh my God, that's easy. That's great. Fine, done. Put a bow on it. Give it to him. Maisie was super pumped to give it to him. He was a little underwhelmed.
I don't know what you guys. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say.
Listen,
I don't want these fucking trash costumes. I don't want the trunk.
Two children, ungrateful.
One time you gave
Sorry,
Andrea
I had to be with Dan on this one.
Thank you.
You listen.
I'm with Andrea.
Interesting.
Just
double bitch.
To say thank you for the costumes and.
I mean,
you would do that too. That is what he would do.
Giving it to him just randomly, fine, maybe. But for his birthday, I'd be pissed.
Daniel can buy anything he wants in his life.
No, I cannot.
Thoughtful. This is thoughtful.
We all know what it's like to receive gifts that we have never thought about, never wanted, and then they just show up on your birthday. Everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Binoculars.
Yeah, you got binoculars.
Well, she's got it in her jeans. She got binocular jeans. So
her dad got her one time for her birthday.
16th birthday.
A starter set of pots and pans.
Oh, no. No.
That
was like 21st birthday.
It was plates. Yeah, for her 21st birthday, he got her a set of plates. Like from Marshalls, like a set of you get 6 plates.
She's like
6 saucers, 6 cups.
They thought I was living on my own, and I needed that.
Yeah, because that's what
I had all that.
Every
I was already living on my
21-year-old
own.
wants a fucking $30 box
what
of
did they
starter
think you were
plates.
eating off of?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's in your blood, these bad gifts, anyway. So the trunk is gone. The trunk got thrown away.
One time you gave Andrea a pair of leggings with your face on it.
I did. I did.
That's
a pretty bad.
Those are great.
That's a pretty bad.
I'm like, people need to know who owns her.
Exactly.
All she wanted was a massage.
That's the Dan collection.
Can we stop getting our spouses gifts because it seems like it's only.
That's what this show's all about. This show is all about.
Your wife has a birthday coming up.
I know.
You do?
That's why he's fighting for the no gift.
I'm okay with that as long as we can stop getting everybody else in our lives gifts too.
That's why I'm fine with
Jeff Howe had one of the greatest rules that I learned of all time, and he would be like, I only give gifts to kids. And they stopped being a kid right around... and I asked him, I'm like, when do you stop? He's like, right around that turn age, like that 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, when they become a teen.
Yeah, and he's like, that's when you stop. And he's like, and that's just my rule, and that's the way I do it. And it kind of makes sense to me. It's I can get gifts for Tommy and Max until they're 12 and 13, and then they don't care about gifts or me or anything, so then they can just go do their thing. Same with Maisie.
But then you have adults who want a gift.
I want gifts from
Well,
I want gifts from every listener that's ever appreciated one. If I made you chuckle one time, you're on the hook.
You see, I want to receive gifts. I don't want to have the pressure of giving them.
Why do you want to receive gifts? You can buy whatever you want for yourself.
You say I can buy whatever I want, but I absolutely cannot.
We can talk about it. You could.
I know what that means. Talk about, I don't know now.
Like if someone wants to buy me the Orbeez gel blasters.
They have those. And nothing me on. She wouldn't let me fucking buy them. And she wouldn't let me fucking buy them. I'm tattling right now. Fucking tattletale tit. I don't give a fuck. At Michael.
I pointed it out to you.
You would not let me buy them. And they come in a pouch and they're already wet and you squish them down in the thing and
he went by it twice.
Wait a minute. It's an Orby gun?
Yeah, Orby gun.
And then what happens?
It's kind of like a paintball.
What happens to the...
No, it shoots Orbeez.
No, they're paint.
There's a new
They're filled with paint. The Orbeez.
Oh, that's a different one.
It's
the one I see on Facebook is just Orbeez.
So what happens to the Facebook ads we've got?
They just explode and fall down.
The birds eat them and they get diarrhea and die.
Oh my God.
No, it's fine. It's gel.
They go into the aquifer. They go into the aquifer and they kill all the microorganisms.
Natural gel that comes in a baby's diaper.
It's natural plastic gel. It's fine.
It breaks down in 10 seconds. It's virtually everyone does.
So you want to receive gifts, but you don't want to think about the giving them.
Well, it just seems like every relationship, you get to a point where you're stressing out what to get your spouse, and they're stressing out what to get you, and there's this dance that we play that seems unnecessary, right? We could just
I don't
agree.
like playing the dance.
We could just agree, like, hey, let's just not get each other anything. Let's stick to the Jeff Howell rule. Just get the kids stuff. And
Wait
then
until I wake up on my birthday with nothing.
No! Well, that's the trap.
Wait.
Crockett?
do you? Okay, if you woke up on your birthday with nothing, what would you rain down upon the family? Like what?
No, it's a silent range.
Silent rain. Mommy's laying in her bed again. Silent
I'll
rain.
explain what I did last night to fuck up. Because,
I love a good Tom fuck up story.
Yeah,
And,
especially when we're deferring out of trunk tales.
and I'll explain what my rationale is to you guys.
We've never known your rationale.
Okay. So, back...
We only know your irrationale.
We're driving down to Miami for my...
Last night?
No, for my Meemaws.
God,
This
what
is
a turnaround.
backstory.
Yeah. This was when? A month ago, right?
I don't know what you're talking
Wait a
about.
minute, you have to go.
This is when we planned the trip.
Is this part two? Do we have to go in
No.
the Wayback Machine to get the backstory of what happened?
Well, because I'm trying to put two and two together. How
Ruth
this
dies?
and I think this is what happened. At least this is my defense to what I did last night. We're driving down to Miami for my Meemaw's funeral, right? And
It's like 2 months ago.
yeah, it's 2 months.
God, I'm so sorry.
Okay, he's
He's layering that on there so he gets the sympathy.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm with you.
I have
you
no
know I
clue.
know.
I'm saying that's the truth. I'm
Did
just
you
saying
know
the truth.
do you know how often I'm on your side in this room? Do you
Yep.
know how often I,
I
am? I speak the emotional language.
Yep.
He is layering. He says he has no emotion, but he's taking the
No,
pity
it's the
of
truth.
grandma death and he's
No,
slathering
I'm
it on
not.
this. Yeah,
I'm
you
not.
are.
Had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
100% you are.
I'm no fool.
No. I'm just saying the truth of what happened, and we're
It's your
driving
true
down.
core.
And then when we're driving down to Miami, we're usually talking. I would rather put my earbud in and listen to gambling
Your
podcasts.
earbud.
Whatever it's called,
That's
AirPod.
so bad. You're like, usually we're talking, I'd rather be listening to a gambling podcast than talking to you.
The optics on that are bad.
No. I'm not.
That does sound bad.
I'm just saying the truth.
Your core.
Yeah,
Your
the
again,
core.
the
That's how I
core.
feel.
We're back to the core. Yes.
Anyway, so we're talking, and then we're mentioning Daniel's going to Charleston in June. So
Not because I want to.
well, there's going to be a week that we're off on the show. So should we plan to what should we do?
I would rather do what you're doing. It sounds awesome.
And we didn't have any plan. It was just at first it was hey, we should not spend a bunch of money. Let's figure out some sort of summer trip maybe with the kids. And then we settled on hey, let's go on an RV trip and then hit a bunch of Florida spots that we haven't gone to.
Florida.
Yeah. Just do a classic Florida summer RV trip.
Things
right?
always sound better like when you're planning, you're super excited.
Yeah.
You're
Oh, we were excited.
This is-
We'll hit the world's yarn ball, biggest yarn ball. We'll hit the world's largest gum wrapper ball.
So we were looking at springs.
Dole whips for everybody. So much Florida, we're overload.
And so I started looking up whether campsites are booked already and stuff, and I figured since things are open back up.
I forgot about the heat when we were booking.
well, that's another thing that 2 months ago it was it's nice outside.
Yeah.
Fine.
So we started looking at different springs, and then we found crystals. I remember there's a caverns. I think it's in North Florida, and then we looked it up. I was like, "Oh, this is cool. There's caves in Florida. I've never even seen this
But
before."
you didn't look on the map, North Florida.
No, we saw. Again, this
Estimations.
this all plays into
it's 2 inches.
a. I like to call it a mental disability that I have. that people should feel sorry for me about.
I do.
Because
If you only knew how much I do.
I look at things far away.
If
If
you go, wow, that's far away.
I'll agree to anything that's far in the future, no matter
Me too.
how.
I got that from you.
Yeah, because it's
I'll do
3
that
months.
too. Listeners ask me like, "Hey, officiate my wedding," and I'm like, "I'll do it. I'll be there."
Yeah. Then
And then I'm like, "Oh God, why did?"
3 days before, when you realize you have to travel to Chattanooga, Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? You're like, "Oh God, why did I agree to this?" Because 3 months ago, you're like, 3 months ago, like it's 3 months
it's
in the
an
future.
eternity.
It's an eternity. I'll agree to anything.
Yeah.
So I have that problem, and then anyway, so we're planning out this trip, and we're like, let's hit the caverns, let's hit Jenny Springs, and let's hit this beachside Ormond. What is it called?
Ormond by the Sea.
Ormond by the Sea RV park. And
Is that near Beverly Beach?
It's not that one. That's the nicer one.
Beverly Beach
That one
was the one.
That one was booked.
As a kid, that was where we always camped, and it was awesome.
So anyway, so then we planned this trip. We're excited, and we still are excited.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
Are you?
And
We still
last
are.
night.
Let me reiterate, we still are.
So we planned this trip, and then Crystal booked all the RV sites.
Nice.
She planned ahead.
I spent-
It made my little heart go pitter pat.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time.
Yeah.
Doing the.
It's
the
a lot
map.
of organizational
We're gonna do this
stuff, yeah.
and this way on the way back, so it's not as long of a drive to get to here to there, whatever. And
And Crystal's good at planning, and she likes planning events. She likes planning trips.
She's one of the
likes
best.
planning.
One of the best event planners I have ever seen, for sure.
And she planned the whole trip out. And this is my bad, because I often don't take other people's feelings into consideration, or I don't
what did
think
you
about
do?
The
what I'm.
time and the energy that went
What
into
did,
it.
what did she present you with a binder and you grabbed it and you threw it in a fireplace, or
No.
you burned it
Well,
in front of her?
well, first
Burn
off,
your flip flops in a fire.
First
I
off,
did do
I'll
that.
say that there was a couple things that I did wrong. Well,
When you're explaining, you're losing.
First, I would like to say
you want me to tell the story?
you can, but there's been a lot going on as of late with the company.
That would
and
make
then
you a
events.
horrible person? Is
No.
that like- okay.
With these events going on, we got the beer release, we got Carts and Kegs, we got this new meatbox promotion.
Yeah.
We have the BDM Beach Party coming up. We have
there is a lot going on.
Some new clients I'm trying to get,
Yeah.
But she did plan this trip around those events, so.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And then I forgot to schedule some of them, so we had to move some stuff around. I forgot to tell her about the beer release. I didn't put that on the schedule.
Ooh, that's a biggie.
So
That's a biggie.
Yeah,
That's a big one.
Yeah, we're supposed to leave Saturday morning.
yeah.
Not going to be able to do that. We have a beer release.
So then
A big one. It's a big thing.
I feel like my
Anytime you guys plan trips, just email me. I'll let you know.
and then I was like, oh, we're gonna have to go after the beer release. I forgot to add this, but I was like, no
way
big deal,
after
no
the beer release.
it's always no big deal to you. Yeah.
I was like, I can do it, no problem. But this is like 2 weeks ago when I sprung this on Crystal. She's like, all right, we'll move it back. We'll go after. We'll hook up the truck. You could Uber to the beer release, then Uber back. The truck will be
I
running.
can just take you there, man.
And
Jeez Louise.
so, anyhow, I was like, it's fine. So then last night when
When you were helping me dispose of my trunk of costumes.
No, when we were sitting down, we're basically 2 days away from
I was
leaving.
gonna say about 2
Right.
days before you leave.
Yeah.
So she's probably bought the food, started packing, all of that.
Also,
no, we haven't done any of that.
I'd also.
we haven't. Oh yeah,
we haven't done any of that, but maybe Crystal has done.
Yes, we have.
She
done.
told us yesterday, and I'm not even part of your family, and she said, well, I'm leaving to go pack. I heard her say that she was leaving here. How did you not hear that?
Yeah. And I would like to also
Yeah, the meat
add that
sweats.
I had a very positive outlook about our trip until yesterday.
What did you do? This sounds like it's killing me now. Not knowing what you did.
Well,
My God, did you cheat on your wife?
No, I didn't do anything. I got home from a meeting late last night, and then Chris was like, we should look over what we need to bring,
checklist,
in 2
yeah.
days, and just get everything
Right,
down.
because you're working straight up until you are
I
running
didn't rent an
out.
RV.
Yeah, and Crystal,
And so am I. I have
Crystal's busy as hell right now.
I have after I leave here, I've got 10 places to be.
Yeah.
Same thing Friday, and then it's.
Right, Saturday.
I have to do all of this stuff after 9 o'clock at night every day. So I'm trying to just get my hands on what stuff do we need to bring down from the the RV camping bin that we have in there, and how much food are we going to bring? How long is it going to take us to get there? You're leaving the beer release at 2 o'clock sharp. 30 minutes to Uber back home. You'll be picking me up at my brother's thing by 4. We'll be 5 hours in the car till we get to Marietta, Florida. And we'll get there at 9 o'clock.
5 hours plus.
No, it was 4 hours and 50 minutes.
All right.
Sir.
Hey, yeah. So then...
This...
it's making me like a little...
Yeah, I want to believe that you will be on that schedule, but I feel like that is advantageous.
So, Daniel, that is exactly when I'm going through that timeline with him, he's like, none of this is going to happen.
Well, that was my gut instinct.
No, I did what he did? No, I did what he did.
But my problem is, this has been the plan all along, and I've talked to you about it for 2 months straight, and like, why are you doing this
so
now?
what did you do?
What changed between a week ago and today?
So he's just leaving both things exactly the same, doing nothing, and then just accepting that something is going to go wrong.
Or he was hoping that you would like say, this is a lot of
No, yeah, then he says, let's pivot. Maybe we don't need to go to the caves.
Oh, that was the first thing they talked about.
Oh, dude,
That's
you
the
can't
basic
believe it.
thing.
Yeah, I was offering out. So I thought maybe I thought you wanted it out, and I'm just putting it out there in the universe. I
can handle hard work.
How did he?
I love hard work.
How did he approach you?
They're
with
gonna out
that?
hard work each other. What's happening
So
right
you're
now?
laying in bed. It's 9 o'clock last night. You're
No,
going to
we're not laying in bed. We're in front of the computer.
No, we just started working.
Yeah.
At 9:30.
Like we're preparing
The
to
kids are running.
we're preparing to go into the garage and start pulling stuff out. And
And then he's
this
like,
is how he
this
does
isn't
it.
gonna work.
He goes, "Are we insane?"
Well, again,
I wanted to scream at a pillow just now.
that's just a gut reaction. I'm just throwing it out because maybe you'll say, we didn't think. Now,
Oh, Lord.
to my defense, though, like it's been a busy week. Also, I'm still like insanely sore from our last kayaking adventure.
Yeah.
How's your taint, by the way?
Yeah.
You've been aloeing it?
yeah, which
He blistered his taint.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Which was
Your feet just look like blood stumps.
which was an adventure that I was all about, but I didn't really, it was like, let's try this out.
scarred you, so
Hey.
now you think you're not prepared to do all this.
Well, he's not.
Well, it shook me.
Don't say that to Crystal. She thinks she's ready.
I handled the kayaking adventure fine.
Yeah, she didn't complain. I only have one person that complained, really.
It just shook me a little bit when I'm drinking the cooler water.
That was
to survive.
ridiculous. We had 2 bottles of water.
Yeah, but I want to save it for the kids.
Well, we came home with those 2 bottles, so that was stupid.
Your kids hate water.
Are you taking the inflatable kayaks on your RV trip?
Yes.
yeah,
Have you
Well, you
unpacked and
can't
dried
not
them?
have them. Those
No.
things are the center point of fun. If you don't have those kayaks,
They're gonna
no
be mildewy.
fun. No fun will be had.
Did he talk about on the show how he hates the kayaks? Tell me the truth.
No.
Okay,
I
I will tell you the
didn't say I
truth.
hated
He
them.
said he did not say he hated them. He said they were different.
Good for smaller trips. Good for small
He
trips.
said-
they're not for
He
a
did say
6.5
he hated them.
hour
Well, I didn't know it was going to take that long.
kayak through the goddamn seaweed or whatever the
Listen,
river.
I just want
Why-
you to know I'll follow you to help.
Like there was a point where it was a fork and like 2 different rivers going out. And we were like, which way do we go? Like we have no cell phone reception.
Choose your own adventure, baby.
Yeah. There's no one else. It's like, do we go
you
right
can
or left?
actually make a poor choice.
Yeah, do you know that? Like, I don't know if like do they intersect back again, or if we go down one way,
Yeah,
are we
over
going to
the
be
waterfall.
Are we going to be into the middle
It's true.
of the
And the
Wakaiver?
river was like, both of them were equally as, like, they had the same width. And the river was flowing the same, like, speed on both. So it's not like one was a little tiny creek that was obvious.
Yeah.
Like, they both could have been
Could
the
have
way.
been an optimal
Yeah.
choice. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you.
And then, so anyway,
Listen.
boys are sunburned.
They didn't get sunburned.
You know, drinking.
Well,
they're
you
just
guys
laying
are-
down
you guys
there.
are doing
I was
a-
shaking Tommy. You still
guys are
alive?
So he says, "Are we insane?" And then where does the conversation go from there?
Well, I immediately felt fire burning inside of me.
Yes, yes.
Did you
That's
slam?
anger.
I knew,
I had that.
I knew I made a mistake. And oftentimes,
Did you know you'd made a mistake when you said that?
Yeah. You know what it was? It was at my business meeting earlier.
You were
Had a
confident.
couple of beers, didn't you? Didn't you?
Another businessman offers me a beer. I cannot say no. I have to. What am I supposed to say?
No,
No,
you know
water, please. I have to drink a beer with him and do business.
Why didn't you say, "Hey,
Sanford,
I'm
that's how
not drinking
That
right
is how
now"?
business is done in Sanford.
I know. In Sanford, when
Yeah.
you're doing business, you're at a
drink beer.
bar and
Yeah.
you're drinking and you're all making sexist jokes.
Listen,
That's how businessmen
We
do.
drink beer, too.
he got home from that meeting and cracked a White Claw and the sun was still up.
He was
and I,
horny.
like,
He was horny too, a little bit too. He's like slapping your ass around
he
a
better
little
not
bit.
have
Well,
been.
I had to continue it on because you feel like shit if you don't. Anyway,
Yeah.
So is he drinking this White Claw when he says, "Are
He
we?"
was all hopped up from the boys, and he's looking around, and he's like cocky. He's like, "Are we insane?" Oh shit! I was still in. He's like, "Oh fuck!"
That was in my
still
head.
I was still in business mode. Yeah, he's slapping your ass, and he's fucking
Fuck,
talking.
I said that out
yeah, he's
loud.
talking like a big dick.
I was talking to other businessmen.
you're big dick.
I'm like, I'll say what I feel.
That'll get you in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Thought you were still in
I should
Stanford.
have done that.
You know what? Fauci got it. Did you hear about that? And you're slapping asses and yelling at everybody, and you were living that Sanford party
Ray
boy
got a
life.
cigarette.
So then, the worst possible scenario is about to happen. Where
Raccoons can fall out of your ceiling. 5 of them, they start attacking you.
No, this is the worst possible scenario now. Now we're going to go on this trip, and
She knows you're not in it.
Well,
Yes.
no,
She knows you're not
I'm
in.
in it.
Thank you.
And
I'm
you
in.
and no, you're not in. And now you're living this trip to prove her wrong, and
Yes.
she's living this trip to prove you wrong.
Yes.
And I know it.
No, I'm just sitting there.
I'm on your team.
I'll be happy.
Because you know who doesn't ever have any fucking confidence in anything that I do? That lady over there in her goddamn trunk of garbage. I'm
That
on
is-
Team Crystal.
You hit the nail.
Yeah, you guys
on
are now
the head.
competing.
So now it's
Yes. So now it's like, okay, I had the positive outlook. I
So
thought
now
we
you
were
guys
gonna,
are going to go on a spiteful vacation.
It's a spite. It's a spite trip.
and anything that goes wrong.
Wait until you see how big the RV is. Because
Is it tiny?
It is tiny.
Oh,
So tiny, in fact, that Crystal told me, she's like, it has no drawers. I'm like, it's got to have one drawer. She's like, no drawers.
no drawers.
No drawers.
So I'm like, where do you put your spatula?
Where you put your fork?
Spatula.
She's like, you put that in the oven.
My dad said spatula can't be plastic. Can't be plastic.
Is it one bed? Are you like, are you all sleeping in bed? Bed.
Oh, you forgot to tell me.
It's just a couch.
Fucking Willy Wonka.
Before we said, or before you Google mapped it and then told me it was 11 and a half hours of total driving.
Over 7 days, guys.
Well, so, I think that makes it worse. I'd rather just
It's more insulting if you spread it out. It really
I'd rather
is.
get it done one
Yeah, I'm with
walk
Tom.
and
Now
then
I'm back
fly
on
home.
Now I'm back on Team Tom. I like a good 9 hours, and we're done.
She's
Okay.
Crystal told me that when they're
Why
dropping
did
off
you
the
get
RV.
such a little RV? You have a ginormous truck.
Was the problem? There's few and far between on goddamn RV
It
share.
was hard to find
Yeah.
to rent.
We
And
have a BDM that's got one for rent.
I-
Did you hit her up?
I did, but it's a monstrosity. The one that the BDM
Oh, now
has.
it's too big.
Well, gas
we had
prices are really high.
Okay,
Yeah.
Goldilocks.
And then also, like, we're towing this thing, such a distance. I didn't want like a 35-foot
Right,
thing
no.
to tow. I'm like,
The
if we're just
spaces are
gonna-
small.
Yeah, if we're just gonna go
so
around.
it's a fifth wheel.
No.
No?
It's a travel trailer. No, fifth wheel goes into the back of your bed.
Oh, no,
This is just tow it.
oh, okay. I thought you were in the RV where you're driving.
No, we're towing
RV.
it.
Travel.
Oh, God. So, okay, this sounds worse because now you have to sit in the car.
Hold on,
You
you
can't
don't
like
pile
move
on.
around in an RV
Is it kinda
while
like Jana's?
driving.
Well, you can't. Apparently, like that's
No,
in
you can't be in the trailer while.
No. But in the night, like you can't be even a drivable RV. You can't be moving around. Back
Yeah,
and
you do.
Yeah, you. But you
But you
can't.
you have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to the
The
bathroom.
one time I was
like a
in there,
boat.
my dad would get up to go light his cigarettes off the stove.
I know.
So you can move around.
Yeah,
in
but
an
that was
RV.
the 90s and 80s. Like nowadays,
No, you
I'll
can still
flip.
do it. You just don't talk about
So
it.
somebody made the point. It's a camper, not an RV.
Yeah. I say RV.
but they
is-
want they want that so they can have the truck to
Aren't
drive
they
around.
synonymous? Like, isn't it's
A
just
recreational vehicle. It's not really.
No, like
yeah,
a.
whatever.
But, okay.
It's a travel
travel
trailer.
Okay, so now I'm really envisioning this. So how
Yeah.
does it sleep?
It's got.
There's got 2 double bunks in the back.
For the kiddos.
Yeah, which they will not sleep on for
That
sure.
is a lie. Also a lie, not true. They do sleep in there.
But only for a couple hours. And then they'll be climbing on those.
All right. Well, now it's getting worse. So.
No. It's fine. And
Let me ask you a question.
Do you want to go on a
said-
vacation? That's going to be hard work. It's going to be hard work, but it could be really rewarding. Do you want to start that vacation
By
with
saying it's fine.
It's fine.
No.
Right. It's
No. Yeah. There's
No.
this sounds.
it'll be good. Okay, no,
It'll be good when I come to terms with it.
No, I just started. I do this all the time. It's my fault. It's my flaw. where I start second guessing things at the inappropriate times. Or like, I'll be in the middle of the forest and be like, "Hey, should we be here?" Like, and they'll be like, "That's your idea." Of the screaming at me.
Where are we?
And then I never thought of
see this shell mound,
Right?
And walk through the mud.
Yeah, it's a mud walk. It's an RV mud walk.
Well, like, okay, so you have to have some trust in the process, right?
Yeah.
You have the RV. Crystal already planned it out.
Yeah.
You have everything. You're going to get there. You got the time. You're going to leave at 2 o'clock sharp. You're going to Uber home in 30 minutes exactly.
Daniel, you have to make sure he's out.
Oh, I will, but then sometimes he gets mad at me, like, because I will, and I don't mean this to be rude to any listener or anybody stopping us, but there are times when I say, "Hey, I got to get this guy home," or like, "We're on a schedule here," and then I don't mean that to ever be rude to anybody. I'd sit and talk to anybody, but like, there are times when we need to get
Tommy Gilligan will be driving me home. I get in my truck, RV, 5 hours.
I want all the listeners to know that 100% he will choose your feelings over mine.
No, I won't.
Wow.
That actually physically hurt my feelings.
No, come on.
I think I feel that way too, though, over my
Every
family.
time.
I choose the listeners over my family.
Can I ask you, what would you have planned for this week?
Yeah, for a fun summer trip.
We both planned this together, and I was all about it.
No, but if you're
I
shitting
still
on
am
it,
about it.
okay,
I'm not
all
shitting on it. I just said
It's a little shitty.
insane.
No, and then you also said, should we pivot? Can we just cut the first part of the trip off?
So then what would that leave you?
I was
just 4 stops, 3 stops?
I was just spitballing.
Just two.
Just 2 stops.
Yeah. I was just spitballing. It was mainly as a, hey, I'm offering an out, just in case you felt the same way. But if not, I'm down. I'm all about it. I'm back in.
Yeah.
So what do you do at
I
the
just
caves?
got nervous.
Can you walk in them? Are you just looking at them, looking down into them? Like, is
It's
it
a cave,
worth
Andrea.
The
What the
5-hour
fuck?
drive? No, are they walk? Can you go in
it's
them?
not just the caves. Like, we're staying at this it's like a
RV.
what do you call it? Oh, it's
campsite.
a spring. We're staying at this campsite that's right on a spring. So there's like exploring to be done at the spring. There's the caves and there's a tour. Like we get to go in the whole.
Tom loves tours. Sign up
No,
for that.
it's
Loves
gonna
a
be
good tour.
It's the adventure is the part of
Yes.
it. That,
Seeing something you've never seen before.
And the work is part of the adventure, and no, that's true.
Don't try to be positive in front of everybody now.
He does this.
Does it create grit for
You know what?
Listen,
he does this, and when he does it, it's disgusting.
I thought about this a long time when I slept in Tommy's room last night. I had a lot of time to think.
Did you change your ways? Have you changed your ways?
I said,
you
you
learn?
know what? I am an asshole. Why did I say this? After all this work
What about the
Crystal put in.
boys? Let's go to the sources. What are they excited? Are they pumped?
Do they know they're going?
You know, our kids live minute to minute.
I love that about
They don't
them.
know what's going on next tomorrow.
It's less explaining. God, Maisie has me explain
Crystal really
every
has a
fucking thing.
torture.
I have to explain everything to her.
Oh, yeah. They'll get in the car and they'll have no idea where we're even going. And they won't even ask until like 4 hours into the trip.
I love that.
They'll hold their pee the whole time.
I love that.
Yeah. And we'll have to remind them, even when they wake up in the goddamn Pensacola, we'll be like, what are we doing? And we've told them 18 times. They're like me, which has got to drive Crystal crazy,
Oh, my God.
which I'm sensitive to because they drive me crazy. I know it is. And anyway.
You know,
well, I think you guys are having a blast.
Sometimes things are hard, and I find that like when we choose the harder path, we have a more a better like adventure, and we have better memories. And when we were leaving the Newfound Glory show, he turned to me and he said, "I thought this was going to be terrible. Thanks for planning this."
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
But do you think the boys will remember that in a year?
They'll remember it.
Will they
Yeah.
remember
But
your
he's-
kayak trip in a year?
No,
He
that,
stood
no.
by
Because
the
we
fact
go-
that it would have been miserable had you not been in the balcony.
and that probably was very true.
Yeah.
So it was a combination of.
figured it all out.
Well, you got to just go for it.
You just have to do it.
That's good. That's good.
Sometimes it'll suck.
No, I know.
But you're not going to remember that. You're going to remember the parts that were great. And that's what I'm aiming
I
for.
always laughed at the stuff that did suck. Like a lot of the camping now that
Maisie does still talk about the mud walk.
Yeah, she does. She
See, our
mentions
kids, I would have to remind them
No,
for photographic evidence that we even did that.
it. Yeah, she'll mention it. She'll like.
Remember we were going to go look for
And
arrowheads,
she's
Mr.
like,
Tom
"Eh,
told
so
us.
funny." It was like she thinks it's like so funny when we.
Sorry, about your camping.
Or she like, you know what Maisie's favorite thing is? Fat pictures of me.
She does love.
she'll be like, God, you were a biggie here. Look at how fat you were.
Our kids do laugh at fat.
And I tell her, I'm like, we can't be referring to people as biggies or fats or whatever you want to call. Like, she's just brutal.
It's hard to explain because I try to tell them not to comment on people's appearances, but I also try to tell them that we're all different and that's okay.
Right.
So then they're like, well, why is it bad to call them fat?
They
if
are.
They are fat.
Yeah, I know.
And then like, well,
Oh
it could hurt their feelings. They're like, well, why does it hurt their feelings if it's not bad?
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I put a sticker on my big wheel that says "fuck your feelings."
Oh my God.
Dad said that's how I feel.
It's from its core.
So you guys are going 5 hours to this Mariana. We're going 5 hours, and we're driving through 2 different states.
yeah,
we'll
this is real far west of Tallahassee.
Yeah. So you're doing caverns?
Yeah.
And then you're doing what was
And then
the
we're
other-
going to the Mill Hopper.
The Mill Hopper.
Devil's Mill Hopper.
What is that?
It's a giant sinkhole like near Gainesville.
Oh,
It's
I've
Devil's
never heard-
Den, right?
No.
Or is
then
it-
Different
and
area.
then we're doing Devil's Den.
Oh,
So there's
okay.
Devil's Den and then Devil's Mill Hopper.
Yeah.
And,
What is a mill? Is that a proper term for a large sinkhole that
I don't know.
is inactive or something?
I can show you a video. We
Yeah, I mean, they have
actually just
stairs
did it.
down there and everything.
Yeah,
it's like
you-
really deep.
Cool.
And
It's pretty.
I enjoy Devil's Den. I know you hate it and you say it's a hunk
No,
of shit.
no, I just say
think
that,
it's
that's
cool.
fine.
I like the sign.
I didn't know he said that.
No.
He's been saying that since the time we dove there. He's like, I don't know why we're here. It's cold. It's shitty. There's nothing to look at. You've been
I
an
say that
old time
it
Devil's
was
Den hater.
cold. It was.
It was cold. But you have always been a Devil's Den hater. Like there
No,
was
I don't
one time
hate
I
it.
think we were even going to go dive there again, and you're like, I don't want to do it. There's nothing to see there. Fucking caves.
I
and
loved
shit.
it. I thought it was so cool.
Boring.
I just tell you that to make you laugh.
Well, it does make me laugh, but like I know you. And then the little sign, the cardboard sign
Yep.
that has the devil, and he's like, you got to be this tall or whatever. And
I
you're
need
like,
to get.
"Stupid."
I need to get out of. I always have this mentality of telling people things. Like I don't never want to tell them it's good or like we had a good time because I feel like there's nothing funny in that,
Yeah,
and it
there
makes
isn't.
and it could make the other person feel bad if I tell them how good of a time I'm having. So I like to tell them how bad of a time things
To make
are.
them feel good.
Yeah, to make them feel.
Is it kind of like doing recommendations, Daniel? And I hate recommending
I don't do it
places
anymore.
because then you recommend something and they have a terrible time
Yeah.
or a terrible experience, and you're like, oh.
I stopped doing that with friends.
your fault.
Yeah.
I don't even like it when people, because sometimes people will be like, hey, Dan, you know a lot of fun restaurants to go to. Give me a recommendation. I'm like, no,
You
I'd
know
rather
what?
not.
Is that why you guys never tell me any place
No.
when I ask you
It's not
where
you.
I should go for dinner?
It's not you, but it is all of our friends globally. Yes, I stopped doing it because I will tell you a place, and then you'll go there, and I can set my watch to it. They're going to treat you like shit. Your order's going to be wrong. It's going to be terrible, and then
And you're going to be the one who have recommended it.
right, and then I'm just like, figure it out.
Yeah.
I
And
think TC's desire to downplay his experiences is more like he's feeling guilty for having a good time or something.
I think there is a part of that. Yeah.
And
you
then-
don't like you
I do-
think if you have a good time that you. I don't think you think that you are worth
Deserve,
having
yeah.
a good time.
no,
And that's wrong.
I just
That's true. He thinks he's worth every fucking thing.
Yeah.
And she
As she
said that
sips her
while
Diet
she
Coke.
adjusted her bra straps too. I was like, my God,
no.
Getting a little loose.
sassy. I like it.
I have a very high recommendation of myself. Anyway, let's take a quick break. When we come back, I want to talk tampons for a second.
Okay.
Just because
The hell?
No,
Well, my wife knows all about them. She uses them.
I just want to throw out a theory. This may not be popular at this point, but I'm airing my grievances.
Okay.
So.
I want to hear a man's theory.
Well,
about
no,
it.
hey, look, I think okay.
I'm just talking it out.
I'll say this before we go there, and we can go to break after this. My face is down there a lot more than yours is.
There's nothing to do with that.
I'm just saying.
Why do you know?
I
anything
think I know more about the way it looks just because I'm down there more. You might know from this. You might know from a foot away, but I know from an inch away. Is that what we're talking about? I look right at it. I also address it. I address it like I'm walking into a Taekwondo dojo. I bow. I'm like, I look at it. I'm like, what are you doing?
He never could get it right.
No, me?
Oh
I know how to do it.
Yeah, I know how to do it too.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody knows. You put it
I
between
think
the
she
gap.
would know better if you knew how to do it.
You put it between the gap.
No, what does she know? No, I've seen the movies.
Yeah.
I'm doing the,
The
same.
movies?
I'm doing the same thing.
You go up and down.
Yeah.
Around the
There's
corner.
only so many
Fudge is
things you
made.
can do. It's not. I'm not watching gymnastics. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like not that hard.
Yeah,
It's harder than gymnastics.
It's like, I'm not watching a guy do an iron cross. Like, I can't do that, but I can do what I see in the movies.
Yeah.
It's just easy.
And you get to a point where it's like there's nothing greter than a 720. Like, we know that. You can't go past that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's not like you could train your tongue to go somewhere. I'm just saying. Like,
Don't say tongue.
Well, that's what we use. We don't use our eyeballs.
Oh.
Let's take a break.
All right.
This is off the rails already.
We'll be back.
Gringos Tacos, home of the Double D. Right?
I like that one. Yeah.
Oh, finally. You like one. We're like stealing from the Davy Crockett theme.
I like Crockett.
It's probably problematic or something I can't do with it, too.
GringosLocos.com. They are hiring right now.
Where?
The downtown location, the Milk District location, and the Soto location.
It's the Soto Do location.
And you can find out more information if you go to GringosLocos.com and go to the bottom of the page and click on the careers tab.
Yeah.
And they're a great company to work for. Maybe your kid is looking for their first job.
See, I hope that Maisie, selfishly, I hope that when Maisie is of age, that she starts working for a delicious taco place.
I know, yeah.
So I can always, I'll text her, I'll be like, bring Daddy home some tacos. Your mom kicked me out again.
You need to treat yourself every once in a while or get some gringos.
I'm back on the quesadilla.
The quesadilla.
I'm back on the
that
quesadilla.
poor quesadilla is insane.
I'm going to give you the reason why.
Mouth hugger burrito?
The dipability of the quesadilla.
Yeah.
Because I liked it. And Tom does this thing where he takes the first dip of his quesadilla, he pulls out a lot of sour cream, and then he fills his sour cream cup up with hot sauce.
Yeah.
Then you mix the hot sauce.
They use the best hot sauce.
Oh, the Valentina.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Also, if you want any catering, Gringos Locos does an awesome catering job.
People still don't know about that for any type of party. If you're just having a pool party and you want to impress, Gringos Catering is where it's at, man.
And they'll bring it and leave it at your house, and then you can serve it yourself. Or if you have a bigger event, you want some people making double Ds for you. They do giant events, too.
You can do like a full catering fanciness if you want.
Full double D taco bar. If you go to GringosLocos.com, you can see their catering, you can see where they're hiring, their careers tab, everything. It's GringosLocos.com. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Real quick, Carts and Kegs, June 26th. It's going to be from 2 to 6. It's right in front of Henry's Depot. Free to watch. Had a meeting there yesterday. It's going to be a great time. I talked to Mike Smith about the course and everything.
Business meeting, yeah.
Yeah. The business meeting.
A lot gets done with a Sanford business meeting.
Yeah. And meet us out there for that. Me and Sam will be calling the races. And also, we started the TomandDanMeatBox.com, which is a partnership with Morganic Meats.
It's awesome.
And
you get 4 80-20 burgers, 4 hot dogs, 2 New York strips, a half rack of ribs, a pound of Polish sausage, a pound of leg quarters, and a pound of wings with 4 of their premium steak burgers.
It's $159 with shipping, by the way. That's shipping included. Or you can pick it up if you want. Also, I did see that they will switch out certain meats.
That guy in the BDM group was talking so much about it.
And you can attest that, remember the Wagyu steak that we got there?
Oh, yeah.
It was like her favorite thing in the world. It's like unbelievable meat.
Yeah, but the guy in the BDM group was saying how you can just text them back and say, hey, I want some more armadillo eggs, or I want this.
Yeah, it's a small operation of Organic Meat, so they'll work with you.
Isn't that an armadillo egg? Isn't that sausage wrapped around a jalapeno wrap?
Yeah, there's something,
Yeah, oh, those are good.
Again, it's on TomandDan.com.
It's like a southern Scotch egg. Oh, God, give me that.
Or TomandDanMeatBox.com. And Pyrospot is open if you're hearing this. And they got locations in Longwood, Eustis.
We have
check
the
it out.
comedian calling now. He's not supposed to call till 1:30. Do you want to pick that up now?
No.
Okay.
We'll tell them to reschedule.
We're at a position now where you can tell people no. I like that. You just say, oh, I'm so sorry.
So anyway, tampons.
Back to tampons.
Now I'm just throwing it out there to see what everybody's feeling is.
Where's the digital tampon? Right? All of this technology.
So
a string.
I'll put this in, like, say every month I got some sort of blood butt, right?
Blood butt.
Yeah.
So it is.
Right, follow
so
me here.
if men got blood butt once a month,
Yeah,
You guys would be the worst if you had your period.
Worst. I mean, some would
Daniel
say,
would lay in bed for a week.
some would say I already get blood butt once a month.
And then I had to use some sort of pad or thing.
Like a stick, a cloth stick that I put in my asshole because I got blood butt.
Yeah.
When you put it like this, why are we even marrying these creatures? When you put it like that,
it's fine. It's all natural.
God,
There's
you
nothing.
have to put a cloth stick in your asshole to stop your blood butt. That's horrifying.
And so I'm just throwing it out there to give you a comparison. Let's say that I had to deal with that once a month.
Like,
it's all natural. There's nothing wrong with it.
I can't play tennis with you and wear normal clothing because I will bleed through my pants.
Yeah. And again, there's nothing wrong with it.
We get it. You don't have to do that.
But there is something wrong with it. It's blood. It's like, like if I
didn't ask for it.
I know. I didn't ask for my blood butt.
If I make hamburgers and I get a little bit of like blood on my hands, like I wash my hands. Like I don't want any blood.
So then,
I don't like any blood.
So then, let's say every month I have to go to the store and get a
cloth stick.
Yeah, a big blue box
of cigars,
of cigars from my blood butt.
Yeah,
right. So if I have to do that,
a box of them.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to feel a little bit of shame and hide my blood butt sticks underneath the sink in the drawer in the bathroom.
You're not gonna lay them out for display. Hang them on the wall like a rifle.
Okay. So I'm not gonna hide them too much.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put them in a drawer.
I'm not gonna put them in a glass vase. Like like a doctor. You go to the doctor and he puts all of the tongue depressors in a glass vase with a metal top.
Oh, like what you do with your sugar.
Yeah,
with your coffee.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do it like cotton balls. I'm not gonna put cotton balls in. You put them all in the glass jar.
So I'm just throwing it out there that maybe there's.
Was your wife got him like a spice rack?
Is there something going on at your house? You
she got like a spice rack. It's like heavy flow, medium flow, light flow.
No. I just
pad, panty liner, panty shield,
and maybe I don't want to embarrass anybody. So I feel like this has gone on. People will just
my mom's when we cleaned out her house and sold it. Because you helped. Thank you again, Bart Merrick team, for selling my mom's house. But before we sold it, we had to clean out her tampons. My God, they were as long as lightsabers.
Come on, stop.
Huge.
Must have been old.
They were old.
Stop.
They were muzzle loading tampons.
No,
they were muzzle loading tampons.
She was an older lady. She probably hid them away or in the drawer.
I left the box out.
She put them in her safety deposit box.
So I bought a new box.
And you just. So what?
And I left it on the counter.
What,
for
like
a few days.
like a baguette from Whole Foods?
Like, did you leave it in the bathroom counter? Or
Yes, on the bathroom counter.
It goes in your bathroom.
It goes under the sink.
I go in there.
You don't know that she has a period?
No, I know. Don't talk about it. It goes under the sink.
I know. I'm just saying.
All the shit you leave out
Put
everywhere.
it under the sink. Lock up your guns.
Your dirty underwear's all over the place. You leave skid marks. Hold on a second.
No.
You leave cups everywhere. There's cups everywhere.
Yeah.
He does that here.
God.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm Team
it's
Crystal again.
I left a box of tampons out on the counter.
Yeah.
Wait, so what if she changed to a menstrual cup and would wash it out and put it on like the drying rack?
That's too far.
Fuck that shit. Menstrual
drying
cup.
rack.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. First off,
Like for the baby bottles?
No, I'd punt it into the trash and I'd say you've seen the last of me.
I'm just saying, like, if I have to start using Rogaine one day or anything,
That's not the same.
I'm just saying I'll put it in my drawer.
No, you don't. Your comb with all your crusty hair on the counter.
Son.
Your
shots.
That's my comb. That's a comb.
Your crusty comb.
Your pomade that you leave the top off of is there.
Your crusty
Yes.
pomade.
Do you use hemorrhoid cream?
Your eye drops.
Yeah.
Everything is out all over the counter. Your weed pills. Whatever
your weed pills and your eye drops and your crusty comb. You
all
son of a
over the
bitch.
The only reason
Sounds like an old man with dementia.
The only reason this is a problem for you is because it's blood butt. Okay? If it was any other item, like any of my hair products that are on the counter, don't bother you. You've never mentioned that I leave my brush on the counter.
Hair products aren't as gross as blood bud for some reason.
That's all I'm
blood
saying.
Bud is gross.
Is there a little shame where you're like, hey, I'm going to hide
it wasn't a bloody tampon.
No,
but it will be.
It reminds me of what's happening.
But
you're a grown-ass man with 2 children.
Right.
No, I know.
That brought you your children.
Yeah, but like
I know. It's science.
I don't want to walk.
It's not logical.
Like it's like with you guys, when you walk into the gynecologist and you see the stirrups, you know what happens there when you see it. You're like, put a cloak on it, put a towel.
Well, that's a
don't just have it out there. Don't have the speculum just sitting there. That's that big thing that opens it up big. Don't put it out there. Put it in a drawer.
Yeah. So then you have it's a necessity that I'm fine. I'm a grown adult.
Like you
I
don't
understand.
leave condoms on your nightstand like folded out like a deck of cards.
Yeah.
You know, when he before the break, when he mentioned, let's talk about tampons, I really thought...
We sang it. He's like, let's talk about tampons.
There was going to be like a more of like an empathetic talk that we were going to have.
What, like?
Because,
no,
let me
let's talk about the hard time.
What, you thought Tom was going to be empathetic?
Yeah, what a hard road.
I didn't know where it was going, but when we were kayaking the other day, sorry, everybody, I did have my period.
Oh, in the kayak?
No!
Oh my God!
No, but all I was saying.
What kind of island?
I was saying to him, God, stop!
Oh my God. Inflatable tampon.
I was saying to him that like it's a pain in the ass because you can't like. I don't know how heavy it's going to be. You know what I'm saying?
I shouldn't say
Yes.
like different terms.
So it's just a mystery.
Heavy.
Like I'm on this kayak for 6 hours. Like, do I need to check? Like, do I need to
never
change
check.
it? Yeah, or not? Like, I could pull a dry one out, or it. Could,
Oh,
Such babies.
Don't say that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Dry.
Pull a wet one out. I don't know where I am. Where am I?
How does it dry?
Yo, if it dries, what is it?
Oh, so
Once it dries, it's a scab stick.
So I was telling to him, like, there's no like meter, like I can't check my digital tampon.
That's a good idea.
To see, like,
Write that down. Digital tampon.
Yeah, right.
Daniel came up with that.
You have rattled me so bad. Like I'm thinking about this, I feel like my mouth is like I'm gonna pass out.
I was just telling him that you can't like tell where you are. It's a total mystery, you know, unless you're anyway. It's a total mystery most of the time. And he said to me, "Man, that really sounds like a pain in the ass." And that's like the first time he's ever said anything to me like empathetic about me having a period. So then I was like, "Oh, that was nice of him. That was so nice."
I'm a hero.
He like felt that way.
I'm the best husband in the world.
This guy
Until just now, when you're complaining about blood bud.
If you see me riding on a plane, thank you. Say thank you to me.
Stolen valor. This man is...
So then when he brought up tampons, I'm like, oh, he's going to talk about what a pain in the ass it is for us to have to
I
deal
really
with this.
feel for ladies.
All the time.
It is a pain in the ass. You have to deal with that.
Well, because you had to
should've
deal
known
with
better.
it in Colorado, too.
Oh, man, and at altitude, let me tell you, that thing just all comes out in one day.
I still don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand how it works either. And I don't understand how there can be a difference in blood. It's like it should be the same amount every time. It's like when I'm making mac and cheese, I get a quarter cup of milk. I don't do, let's do 3/4 of the cup. See, and it's running. No,
There's no
it's like,
standard?
It should be a standard. Like, look, this is what you're going to get every single time. This is what the thing you put in there. It absorbs all of it and you throw it away.
It's not blood, it's flesh.
I don't care what it is. And it shouldn't swing under the toilet seat. It shouldn't do any of that. I know all the horror stories and I've seen all the things. And sometimes when I go into the men's room, I look at it just like it's a clot swung under. I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? I'm in the men's room.
I think the worst part of having your period is cramps. That is the worst. I don't care about the blood. I don't care about any of that. Cramps suck.
I only worry about the things that bother me, and it's the blood.
Yeah. I get a cramp in my calf. I massage to have fun.
Yeah, I just stop working. You know, like I'm like, oh, my leg hurts. Up, sit down. Easy.
Sorry.
That was gross. Your listeners are not going to enjoy this whole segment.
They're going to fast forward.
I know. Guys heard that, and we're like, ew. Right?
Yeah.
I don't think most guys.
Let's talk about something else.
When you were in 5th, 6th grade, the talk when they did it in school.
Never had it.
You never had it?
I never had it.
No, we had it in middle school.
Oh, in middle school. Yeah, we had sex ed in middle school.
Yeah, we had it in middle school, and then we watched some birthing video where the lady had a big old hairy pussy.
You know what?
We didn't see that.
Yeah,
No,
and then the baby comes out, and there's just goo on the baby, and
I think now they have it in like
Spanish.
5th grade.
Yeah,
because
it's earlier now, and you have to sign a paper.
And it was our driver's ed teacher.
I don't want him to go to that. I'm not going to sign it.
You know, I don't really want them to go to that either. Because I already told them about period. Like, my kids know about periods
Yeah, so
already.
does Maisie.
And
Maisie laughs at it. Maisie's like, that's how she got her thing. Ah!
No, you know
with
what?
Maisie.
Yeah.
I'm happy to say that my boys are not like that. They're like, oh, are you dealing with that right now? They're really sweet, and like they don't understand really all of the details. But like I just told them,
Maisie just is like, I don't want that to happen. Please, I don't want that to happen.
And
to
I'm
me.
like, well, it would, and when it does, grow.
Yeah, it is amazing that kids will be less confused if you tell them the truth.
yeah, if you just say,
I never thought about it.
right,
Never
like,
thought about it.
don't keep
I was like,
it a
it
secret.
works.
Yeah.
Vagina.
They know about what a vagina is and what it does. I mean, not the naughty.
Maisie still thinks it's hilarious that she came out of a vagina. She thinks that's the ultimate joke, and she has a point.
She did ask me yesterday. I didn't think you were around because yesterday was her birthday.
I'm not
She's
around
like,
a lot.
She goes, how does it get bigger? How do you come out?
yeah, the
So
boys asked me
she
that
wanted
too.
to know like.
Amazing, Andrea. See,
Does
I
it get
get verklempt. I can't talk. You'll take it too far. You'll be like, "Yeah, it ripped my vagina, and they had to stitch it back up." I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?
tell them the
Why
truth.
are you saying that?"
I always told her the truth.
The
But
boys
you don't
asked
need
me.
to go. I'm with you on this one. You don't need to go into the ripping of it. You say yes, it does expand. That's it.
Well,
just move
when you
on.
leave the mystery is like what I think traumatizes kids when they find out later that that's what happens. Like
Okay.
I found out about the ripping when I was like already 15. And I was terrified.
That was like a new thing to me. Like, I think I found out about that like 3 days before you gave birth. I was like, it rips?
And then
How
she
can that
made
be?
you. Then she made you watch it.
I was like, it rips like a piece of paper? Well, what do you do?
Yeah.
Well, do you want a jagged scar? Then let it rip. If you want a clean scar, you got to cut
I
it with
like a
scissors.
jagged scar. Alanis Morissette.
Alanis Morissette.
Just don't. What happened to the? Just you didn't know.
Yeah,
I think my pop-up never knew anything.
Of course,
Yeah,
he
he
never
doesn't
even
know
changed the diaper.
He didn't know science. He said Obama was killing the babies,
Yes.
and I was like, "Just let him." Think
I'm at an age now where I'm okay with that.
yeah.
Like, if you tell me Obama's killing the babies, I'm like, yes, he is.
He had no idea how any female reproduction
No.
worked and whatsoever.
So when he got down
he got
there-
mad that I changed the diaper.
Did he think he was an excellent lover?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he
Why
probably
would you
did.
know that?
But
I
most
don't
guys think that, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think most
he never
guys,
talked about it, but he flirted with the nurses.
Yeah, he thought he was a Casanova.
yeah. I found the picture in the woods with the swamp hag.
Oh my God! Have you guys seen that? Do we
I
still
thought
have
you
it?
were going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Do we
You
still
told
have
me
that
you were going to
picture?
talk about the swamp hag. So now you're feeling loose. Are you drinking beers?
No. It's just been. I figure it's been a little while. You know. he just-
Loosey-goosey.
I don't know if I
think-
know about this one.
I found pictures
I think
of,
it was just some
I found pictures in my dad's
Everglades hack that
Yeah.
he was out there. And I was like, "Who is this?"
some
And-
lady
She
posted.
was naked. Okay, listen.
Yeah.
This lady, there's all these Everglades airboater guys standing around this one woman completely naked, and then she's
That's
doing.
Susie. She poses on her airboats, and then we jack off on her face.
Yeah, she's posing with
She's
everybody.
class. She's all class.
She signed the picture, and then some of the pictures she's doing back bends.
Oh my god!
Look right in it. That's where the tampons go. What the fuck is happening?
Airboat, Florida.
Did you look up her name? Was she
No.
like a famous?
Yeah, swamp hag.
No.
Sally Swamp hag.
It was
It was a swamp hag.
there's no
It
other way
was
to describe it.
copywritten. It was swamp hag copyright.
But it's like we were going through all his stuff, like cleaning out, and then we
Holy
found
fuck.
these series of pictures, and we were just like, "Oh my god, what is this?" And it was later in life too. Like he
Yeah.
was already.
Yeah, he must have
some
been
of those.
close to 90.
Yeah.
Like there were
Oh,
some
wow.
photos in my dad's
Yeah.
porno collection that were actually photos. Now my dad, just to for any case anybody I know is listening, my dad and my mom and anybody that they knew were not in the photos, but these were real photos of real people in the 50s at a pool party, completely naked with big black bushes, laying on towels, having a swingers party or whatever. And I looked at it and I'm like, so I believe now what I think actually happened. I think these are actually photos of real people that were given to my dad. I mean, he gave me
He
no
was
reason.
taking the picture, Daniel.
He could have been, but he gave me no reason to believe that he was ever involved in anything. Even I mean, you knew my mom and dad very well. But my dad was a horny motherfucker, just like me. So he did have his porno collection, and he had those photos. And then I did see some other photos that he was keeping that were of like Bike Week, where it was like he had been sniping pictures of the bartenders. He did the a la Cactus Steve. Cactus Steve, very much like my father. You walk around at Bike Week and you just take pictures of all the girls in thongs serving you beers. My dad is Cactus Steve, is what I'm trying to say.
So let's talk about this because we have some hard copy photos that I probably don't want the kids to see.
I don't have any of this for Maisie.
Like photo albums.
You and your Miami gang were very into I missed that. That's too young for me.
I think it's because we were all traumatized.
Well, no, maybe, but you guys are younger.
We're all latchkey kids.
Yeah.
Just running the streets.
You're taking your photos, a lot of penises out, a lot of balls, a lot of shitting off of a bridge. We didn't do any of that.
And I was too much of a nerd.
Yeah, you didn't do any of that.
You don't have any risque photos in the album that Maisie would see?
Absolutely not. Okay. The most risque is my NSYNC albums. That's where I was stealing NSYNC.
So now, are we going to transition into a point where, it's all going to be kids? Because we all have stories of looking through old photos of our parents and find. I don't know if you have any, Andrea.
Nope.
Because I remember.
I have friends' parents that I was like, whoa.
Yeah, old photos you find, and then you see your parents partying in the 70s or whatever.
Yeah,
and
it's weird because you're like, who is that person?
Yeah. And then they're drinking. There could be drugs involved. You see a glimpse of what your parents were like when you're young.
I saw him drink. I knew him getting too drunk. I knew things like that. I never saw any photos, and there was no marijuana. That wasn't a thing. They were a little too straight.
Yeah,
and I think they're a little too old, actually. I'm an older dad. My mom and dad were older dads, or older mom and dad. So,
I feel like I have a void. So my parents.
Your dad, I believe.
I have a void
partied
because my parents got divorced when I was 6.
He had a
so
sweet
I wasn't
mustache.
looking through that. And my mom never kept anything from before.
Back in the day,
right? Yeah, I don't have any.
You guys are very independent ladies. You don't really need that stuff.
I have pictures from my grandparents where my mom was young, but there is a void from her high school to when we were there. I don't have any recollection of any of that. Void. And my dad doesn't have any of that. I've never seen anything.
But I've seen enough photos of your dad wearing tiny white shorts with a big mustache to know that guy partied on a sailboat.
Well,
he was a sailboat partyman.
It was hard. Cameras more expensive. The film
the parents were taking pictures of the kids when they were young. And then when they're teenagers, nobody's taking pictures of each other because teenagers are not taking pictures of each other. And then when you get married and have kids, you start taking pictures again.
But we have
it's all about a mom taking pictures.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's why there's
the matriarch, sure.
But we have some teenage pictures that we have in
us?
in photo albums.
You guys have a lot of dick out photos. John with his dick out. Every one of your friends has a picture with his dick out.
You would have to take those photos into Eckerd's or CVS and get them, and nobody ever said anything?
They don't look at them. It's just
process it.
Yeah.
Put it in the sleeve.
Sometimes they'll, if it's nudity that they've questioned as some sort of weirdo stuff, they make, but the rest they just.
I remember one time I got one roll of film delivered back to me. It's the only roll of film I ever did from my Monsters radio days. And it was a time when we were going through this weird, it was almost like there were digital cameras, but they were very expensive. And we were still using point and shoots. Remember when they would sell the disposable point and shoots, which was probably horrible for the environment. But and then they put the stickers over the titties because this had been used at some Miss Monster thing where they had airbrushed horrifyingly melted titties, and they put little stickers over everything.
Who did, Eckerd?
Eckerd or whomever I was taking them to, and you could peel them off, but it was there. Almost as a warning that, hey, we know what this is, and
weird.
Weird. They put tiny little.
It was little stickers
on the.
They weren't pasties. They were almost yellow,
Eckerd.
Caution tape.
You remember the stickers they put on a picture if it didn't come out, and then they try to run it again, or they'd say this one was wrong, or.
Yeah.
They would put a sticker on, they'd go through them fast, and then they'd find the one that was blurry, or if it got overexposed or whatever, they'd put a sticker on it.
Yeah, I feel like they did have to look at them to see that. Somebody said in the chat room, nudity is fine, but sexual content they would not develop back in the day.
Yeah. Hardcore porno or some sort of anything like that.
Yeah,
we didn't have to print anything illegal. We felt offensed by after looking at the negative.
We should talk to Bill Murphy at some point about this, but I believe there was a sweet spot, where he ran an adult-only film developing spot where, you know, obviously, as long as you're of 18 of age and allowed to have sex, they would develop your photos. But anything fishy, obviously, they're going to call the cops. But you could get, like, privately get, like, photos.
So is that why, like,
that
do you think more sexual pictures from back in the day were on Polaroids? Because you're getting it yourself.
Yeah. I think that was why the Polaroid camera was invented.
Never thought about that.
For nude pics.
Horny people.
Yeah.
That is not true.
Well, that had to be in mind.
I would like to start that rumor.
It was literally the transitioning out of Polaroid. But people probably kept them longer for that. But they didn't design them just
we should start that rumor. Mr. Roy started the...
I know. I know. I deal with this every day, too, Crystal.
I'm just saying...
I can't wait for next week.
In Mr. Royd's meeting, I'm sure someone brought up, like, people use this for titty pics, too.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. Hand me another beer. We're in Sanford.
Yeah.
Mr. Royd in a Sanford business meeting. He's drinking.
Primarily men ran the business back then. Anyway.
Women will love it.
What do we want to talk about? What?
Do we need to take another break? I don't know what the time is.
We do need to take another break.
And then do you have any questions, emails you want us to...
I don't have anything specifically for the ladies.
I got tons of voicemails that we can go through if you guys will have them.
I got a lot more period content.
All right.
Well, let's squirt it out.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Mediocre Time. If you're looking for an awesome toy this summer, Seminole Power Sports.
Yeah, I got motorcycle fever, and and one of the reasons why is because I get a lot of emails from listeners that, and I love it when you guys do this. You'll be like, you'll message me and like, hey, I hit up Don Kuhn over at Seminole Power Sports, and he ordered me my brand new Suzuki, and I'm like, oh God, I want one so bad.
I'm glad you mentioned
We
Suzuki.
had a couple listeners get a Honda Monkey.
Yeah.
Which is really just like a more retro-styled Grom. Those Groms are so fun. There's a dude in my neighborhood that's got a Grom, and he just zips around in it all the time, almost to remind me that I only have a little Honda Ruckus, and I need to upgrade. It's almost like he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, jet skis. If you're looking for any water sports fun, Seminole Power Sports has it.
I kind of want
covered.
a side-by-side.
Side-by-side, Seminole Power Sports.
A fast one.
And there's two locations we're talking about. One is right there in Sanford off Reinhardt Road. They're huge Seminole Power Sports. Their showroom is gigantic. We just walk inside. They got everything. Honda generators. If you're looking for some Honda generators, they've got a pyramid of them at Seminole Power Sports.
Go get them now before everybody freaks out in a couple of weeks when we get our first storm.
Exactly. Their service department is great. I've got to take my son's little Polaris 50 over there.
Nice.
I'm change out the carb. The carb got messed up, and so they rebuilt that. I got to do some steering bearings. Anyway, I've used their service department before. They're great. And Seminole Power Sports North is in Eustis. They've got Suzuki brand, and everything else is Seminole Power Sports offers. So if you're looking for some number one in fast fun,
and go see our contact, Don Kuhn.
Yep, he'll help you out. It's Seminole Power Sports and Seminole Power Sports North.
Welcome back to the show. Today's topic is tampons. I'm your host.
No.
Tampon Timmy.
I want to be Tampon Timmy.
Tampon Tommy.
Let's do some voicemail.
All right.
And our wives can help us answer.
Yeah, we got a bunch.
Yeah, because sometimes when I listen at home and you guys answer voicemails, I'm like, oh my God.
Well, what are we doing wrong?
Yeah, I'm saying how I feel.
In his corn.
Yeah, like this voicemail's about fucking ghouls.
Uh-oh.
Hey, gang, it's Zach from Ohio, here on beautiful Sanibel Island, Florida.
Did he put that?
No, it's
walking
real.
the beach at night right now. And this question does not apply to Tom because he's only made coitus with one woman his whole life. Respect, Tom. You gotta appreciate that.
I love these.
But for Sam and Dan, have you ever fucked a ghoul? Like, what's the lowest on the 1 to 10 scale as far as attractiveness of a man or woman you've slept with?
I think my wife is fucking a ghoul right now, right? Like, isn't that what everybody wants to hear?
Maybe like in the fat days, I would have said that, but.
Oh, I was more ghouly when I was... Wow. You know, the honesty. Spoken like a woman who buys her husband a trunk of shit.
Better not let yourself slip out in the fat days.
Look, why do you think I'm so concerned about... I've gained a little weight since my birthday. I gained like 2 pounds. I was dipping into the 140s, and now I'm popping back up again.
I can't... I had to add something. I can't comment on this because I'm like Tom. Tom and I can just zip it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm the only ghoul you fucked.
And that's totally...
But you gave that drift car driver a couple of hand jobs.
Come on.
Couple of like, hey, good race. I'll jack it off.
I feel like
she's looking away. That's how I know it's true.
We've all been
under a washcloth,
married and with our spouses for too long to have really any good ghoul experiences.
Oh, I got a good one.
Why are you answering for the people who have?
I don't know. I'm trying to get them out of it. I'm trying to let them out.
That one lady that had her ass was too big for me to get my entire penis inside of her. That was a ghoul.
But she just had a big ass. Was she a ghoul as well?
A little ghouly. A little ghouly for, like, if you saw me and probably the amount that I consumed alcohol-wise, you'd be like, why are you with this ghoul?
Let me ask you something.
She's not a ghoul. You take that back to my new fucking girlfriend. I'd probably say that.
Is she listening right now?
No. She's married. Oh. She married another ghoul, and they're happy. They're having
little ghoul babies?
Ghoul babies. Oh. Yeah, she had a big ghoul ass, big fake ghoul tits.
That doesn't make you angry at all, Andrea?
She doesn't care. She's logical. She's like you. It's like the same thing. I'm logical. My wife cheated on me in front of me right now. Nothing would happen. I am logical because I know she loves me and me only.
If he talked about it longingly, like, oh man, I really missed that big ghoul ass. Then maybe.
You know what? That's a logical statement. That's a fucking logical statement. That's you, man.
Well, I'm sure he thought about it once or twice.
No, I have not. Yeah. I don't want that ghoul ass.
You just sometimes you want to think about different things. And
but I don't go to ghouls. I got a bunch of other things. I can think of a fantasy.
Why would you go to ghouls?
Yeah, why can't I go fantasy?
Sometimes you go to ghouls.
I go old fantasy. I'll go Neera Davis, Jenny McCarthy before she got crazy. Maybe a Cindy Crawford. I show my age. I stay.
If it gives me a little reprieve, he can think of a ghoul.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's like sometimes.
So you're saying ghoul?
There's that zombie porn that you stop on for curiosity.
I don't like that because they don't.
I haven't seen that.
They don't
it's on there.
They don't put the makeup.
Do they look gross?
Yeah, they're like zombies.
What about their genitals?
They don't put the makeup on it. And I can't suspend disbelief enough. Put a filter on it. Put a gel on it.
Wait a minute.
I need to know. Does the makeup run when they get hot and sweat?
Yeah.
And then if the
guy has the makeup on, the zombie makeup after, he gets a low budget.
If the girl is, let's say she looks like, who's the blue lady from X-Men?
I don't remember.
Okay. What is it?
Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
Yes, Rebecca Romaine.
But she's like, what's it?
Yeah, what's
God, it's like incognito or some shit.
Okay.
Mystique.
Mystique. So you got Mystique. If she's blowing the guy at the end, she looks like Mystique got that disease, like Sammy Sosa Mystique. Where it bleached her lips. Like all the makeup comes off and you're like, wait a minute, you're not Mystique.
Same with Avatar porn. Blue transfer everywhere.
Yeah. They don't have the budget for the real good movie makeup that doesn't come off.
It stops right here.
Yeah. Like the guy does.
But you look beyond that.
You know what's weird? The off-putting part isn't that they stop putting the blue makeup on themselves. If they were smart, they would do a shot of the guy full blue dong and blue everything, but they don't do that because they don't have enough money to shoot it in separate scenes. What's weird is that he does the blue makeup all the way down to his overly coiffed tiny patch of pubic hair. Guys in porno need to stop doing that little Hitler stash on the top of their dick. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah. Well, they don't know what else to do, I think.
Yeah, no, just take it all off.
Yeah. But then I think it's like, it's that whole thing you guys yell at me, you don't want totally shaved because...
Well, you said Crystal likes that.
No.
I don't like it.
I say...
You like him smooth, like baby oil, slick.
No, thank you.
Well, that's what that.
How do you
leave your little wispies in the sink? Like she's leaving her tampons out?
No, he leaves them all over the floor.
That's what I do.
Come on, don't say it.
I try to...
Okay.
You just shave outside of the shower?
No, he cuts them on the butcher block of the kitchen.
What the hell's going on?
He's trying to clean up on the butcher block. And he lays backwards on the butcher block with his legs spread, and he puts the butcher block under his taint, and then he shaves them upwards, and they all fall down on the butcher block.
No, I don't. I just can't see.
Oh, where's she going?
No, come on.
Oh, no, she's doing something.
If this is the toilet,
all right, this is demonstration.
This is what happens.
Oh my!
Oh, come on! Don't. That's not what I do.
You straddle the front of the toilet.
All over the place.
No, I try to make it all, and then I can't see where I go down there.
Are you wearing your glasses?
My glasses are in the kitchen.
It can't see.
You can't walk to the kitchen naked.
Why don't you just do it in the shower? I don't understand.
I don't like doing it in the shower.
Why? That's why I shave my legs.
I don't like doing it wet. I like doing it dry.
Just don't turn the shower on.
Dry.
Because I don't like the hairs. because they get they form together and they're harder to buzz.
Well, then it goes out in the shower drain, and then it gets. I've seen.
How long are your pubes, man?
Long, mine are long.
Are you like?
Yeah, my
You should be able to go down pretty easily.
You get a gigantic clog. Crystal's hair.
Well, she's got long, thick hair. That's not
And
pubes.
one time I had to stick this plastic.
It's not pubes.
No, I know, but it's
You have long pubes.
But then the hair, like the long hair, gets mixed with other clogs, and then you have to stick this long plastic thing with hooks on the end.
Literally
The pube
never
hooker.
ever done that.
We've done that
in
before.
our shower. Not ever.
Oh, Andrea's hair is everywhere.
in Deltona.
Pubes, regular hair, just hair everywhere.
Just call me Chris Carrabba.
And then
definitely.
And then you stick the hair to the side.
Yeah, on the wall.
And then you roll it into a ball.
No, I don't
and you
roll
throw it
nothing into a
away.
ball. My hair, look, I buzz my hair like every man does. It goes on the floor where your feet are. That's fine. Feet, hair, it's all down. Hair down near feet. It makes sense to me.
But you don't want to have it go down the drain. So that's why, especially my long.
You know what I don't like and it bothers me is when I buzz my pubes over the toilet and I flush it, it takes the toilet flush, takes all of my pubes and puts it together into the center. And then I'm like, holy shit, that came off of me. And then I see it all like a tight little ball. And then it goes.
I don't think you should put it down the toilet.
I put it down the toilet.
Yeah.
Right down the toilet.
That's right. It's made to
What
take.
I
is
put my
it-
tampons down the toilet too. My butt.
What is it about a couple of friends getting together and talking about all the worst things?
I don't want to talk about it.
fun.
Why? It happens every time.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. It's good fun, right?
Andrea poops and she doesn't turn the fan on.
Come on.
And I can hear farts sometimes. There, take that.
We don't have a fart fan, and we really need one.
I'll
hate
yell.
the sound of the
She
fart
goes
fan.
into the bathroom.
God, I hate the sound.
And then I go, fan! I'll yell it out.
But then Daniel leaves it. He'll go in there and then he leaves it on, and it's such
it's
an annoying
sucking
sound.
It's sucking the farts out of the air.
But do you turn it on when you shower?
Yeah. Take the moisture out of the air.
Yeah.
She comes and turns it off because she can't stand the sound of it. I go, it's better than the smell of your ass.
So you guys have heard about the fan we have, right? In the shower. I have the fan sitting on the back of the toilet.
Yes, we have, yeah.
Because we have a moisture problem in the bathroom.
you don't have
Okay,
no fan.
there is. We have realized that there are certain things that we're not allowed to talk about. One of them is your moisture fan. The other is your boat. There's a bunch of things like that he just stays away from.
Well, I need
digging in the front yard.
Digging. We don't talk about digging.
Is there a hole
Talk
still in
about
the-
digging.
I'm out there trying to blow the leaves, trying to make our house look good. And then I looked, and Crystal's standing in the window filming me.
Because he's just literally...
And that sound is annoying too.
I'm like,
the
I'm trying,
blower.
I'm trying to make
blower
the
sound.
house look good.
It's literally dirt. He's literally outside blowing
I knew it.
all of our topsoil away so that now all we have is hard, compact earth. So then he had to go and buy a truck full of topsoil.
Thanks to Six Flags.
I need some top.
So now he has more topsoil to blow away with his blower next week.
Yeah.
No, I'm about to lay sod. It's coming. I just got to schedule it, and then
12 years later, finally getting some grass.
Kind of like our cabinets. We were supposed to paint them. I think we're going to need new floors before we get our new cabinets. We already got new floors 7 years ago from At Home Floor Store.
Well, I'm working on the cabinet sponsor. It's almost
it's
there.
almost there.
So I'm working on it.
Who had to finally fix the cabinet door?
Lee. I don't know. I just wanted to say that to see if anybody was listening.
I fixed our cabinet door.
Yeah,
I
Andrea fixed our
left the
cabinet door.
knob out. He said,
Oh,
"I'll
Crystal
fix
did that
it.
too.
I'll fix it. It just needed a washer on the. I'll fix it. I'll fix it." It sat
You
there
fixed
for
it
weeks,
wrong, though.
so
You used a rubber washer.
I
hunk of shit.
finally just wanted the knob back on the cabinet so I didn't have to reach under it and
Literally,
open it.
and
This
you know what I
motherfucker
did?
just-
I looked at it. She used a rubber washer. I said, I knew it. And if you want to do it right, you got to do it yourself. Fucking rough. I did.
Crystal will put the stuff out like next to my keys.
Yes, so will Andrea. Near my wallet.
It didn't
it's
walk
passive
We're
aggressive.
more like than we
He'll
are.
walk over it.
Yeah, I will. I'll take everything except that. I'll be like, "What's this here?" I don't even say that. I'll be like, "What's this doing here?"
I can't
You
run
gotta
my
try
house
this.
like that.
You gotta try this move. You gotta try this move and say like, and put it near her purse. I do that, and then if you really want to
Crystal
make her
would like
mad,
that
if-
because she'd be like, "Finally, you're a man. You're a man." I think when I cower, she don't like it.
Well, you got to show her his boss. You know what I do? Another
but
one
then I
do?
try to show her his boss, and I say, "This is insane."
But that's not.
And then I get
It was the wrong time.
again. How do I know what time it
No,
is?
but you did it wrong. You said this is insane. You didn't. You said this is insane.
Oh, okay. I
See the
yeah.
difference?
I said it with weakness.
You did.
Oh, yeah,
You said it
yeah.
was weakness. If you declared it, she'd be like, "Wait a second." You know, another move that I do is you'll put the washer near my keys. I'll take the washer, put it near your keys and then stick your keys in a Ziploc bag and seal them with our food saver.
Yep.
So she has to use scissors to cut her keys out.
Oh, okay.
Just to make it more difficult.
Yeah, I put a little pranky
He
poo.
thinks he's like, funny.
I put a little prank. I take her keys and I vacuum seal them, which also waste our food saver bags.
That are expensive.
Yeah.
I bought TC a food saver a couple Father's Days ago, and it's still in the box.
No.
Our cutter is, give it to us. Our cutter's broken.
You can
use it. I'm going to use it.
I don't know. It was like the nice one.
Yeah. So
let me get these voicemails.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Before we talk about voicemails, I will. Let's talk about sneaking in at night and me pretending to be asleep. Because I said this on the show the other day. People were saying this is live.
Well, I have to hit Sam. Jesus Christ, what's happening? I have to hit Andrea over the head with wanting to do it. Like I have to be like, I want sex.
So
I have to scream it.
So a lot of there's a timing thing that happens where if enough time goes by, I start hassling Crystal, right? Because I don't learn it's my fault because
God, with the my fault thing.
No. Well, anyway,
change if it's your fault. Make a change.
I know it's hard. It's hard for me to make a change.
It is.
We've seen make a change.
We've seen the Google Calendar.
Anyway,
so hard.
What I like to do, which I imagine is frustrating, is when I wait her out and I know she's watching TV out there.
And I know he's waiting me out.
You can feel the eyes on you, right? Yeah, I'm doing it to her too. She's watching Bridgerton or some shit, and I'm sitting there on the corner of my eye. I'm like, we just got to get to the next commercial break, and then I can just put my hand on her.
But you know what that does? That is so irritating that I'm like, will you just get out of here, go to bed or something? Just quit. I just want to enjoy my life for 1 hour to myself.
It's like you're at Outback. It's like you're at Outback Steakhouse, and the people that want your booth are standing next to you while you finish your steak, while you finish your fucking bloomin' onion, and they're standing there watching you.
Right, I'm like, I just want to watch the TV.
So what are you doing? Are you watching anything in the bedroom? Are you
laying there
by yourself?
Not even reading? Nothing?
No, I lay with my eyes closed, pretending to sleep.
But I know he's not asleep.
I'm too horny to sleep.
Because that's not how he sleeps.
Yeah.
So then I say, are you in here? Are you awake waiting me out?
You say that?
Yeah.
You're going to embarrass him and make his boner go
I don't
away.
care. Then stop doing it.
Well, first, she sneaks in, hoping that I'm not waiting her out.
Like she's trying to evade Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
She's like sneaking.
But then
like the Hamburglar.
She'll notice that I don't have my arm brace on.
No, can't fuck with your arm brace on.
Or I'm like sleeping like a cowboy, which I don't sleep like
just a hat over your eyes.
I just
sleep this way in case the cows rustle.
And then she's like, I know you're waiting for me. and then I'm
you're sleeping like a cowboy and you don't have your brace on.
And then I'll say, I'm not waiting for you. I'm just sitting here.
You can't say it that fast.
Character.
You can't say it that fast.
You
got to be like, what? What'd you say? I'm sorry. I was asleep. You got to do that. You can't be like, I'm not waiting you out. I mean,
well, I can't lie.
Why don't you put your arm brace on so it does look like
but leave it loose. Leave it loose. Leave it baggy. Leave it baggy.
This is what he wants to do.
Because in some mornings, when I wake up, she's like, I thought you were waiting for me last night.
That's the ultimate mind fuck. You're like, wait a minute, she wanted it?
Yeah. Because she'll tell me every once in a while, she's like, I thought you were waiting up for me.
I was horny last night. Not now.
And then I was like, what? And then I was like,
no tag backs.
Well, how do I know when to wait? And she's like, you never know.
You missed the window. I'm on my period.
And so then I'm like, well, how is it? Is it either a way to get yelled at or I don't wait, and then that was my time.
Why don't you watch TV with her? And then you guys go to the bedroom together.
I don't want to watch. Sometimes I don't want to watch what you're watching.
We've been watching baseball. So.
Yeah, we watch a lot of baseball.
Well, because some days I sit there while watching baseball, and then I'm just like, oh, God, I'm waiting it out. And she's like, I know you're waiting it out. Just go to bed. So then I go to bed, and then I just go to sleep. And she's like, I thought you were waiting for me. I can't win. Anyway. All
right.
No, he waits until I fall asleep. I have a hard time falling asleep sometimes. So he'll wait till I fall asleep. And then he'll reach his hand over. And then I'm furious. You know what I'm saying?
Because
why are you waking me up for this?
Because
sometimes I'll reach over and then I realize she's not on her phone. I thought she was on her phone.
No,
and then he wakes me up.
Because also, I'm so small and we have a big bed now. You guys should have warned me about king-size bed. The reason I never got a king-size, it is great, but I'm too little for it. First of all, I have to get a running start to get into it because it's very hot. I do. This is not a joke.
If it's in go mode, he
can't.
has to ask me to like hand him things.
That's a true story. This bed is so tall now that when I'm sitting on it, I
Get a dog step.
I need a dog step. I can't.
What do you mean go mode?
What's it called?
Get a carpet
zero
dog
G.
step.
Zero gravity mode.
Zero gravity mode, where it gently raises your legs and it raises your back. Those Maloof mattresses do at the Airbnb.
I know. I want that.
Oh, it's the best. But if I'm in it, I can't get at it. Like, I have to, like, I'm like, if I fall out of bed, I'm like, ah! You know, like, it's far. It's far. And I cannot do, and then having sex, now we have to put it flat, and then there's a crease inside of it, and we have to pick a side to do it.
Because it's an individual movement.
It's a half split.
It's a half split. So the top, you know, like if you get your knee in there, you might be doing it from behind and then go down. You get a flat on one side.
Okay, yeah.
You know, you fall out.
One side or the other.
Yeah, so we got to do that.
Do you put up the legs? I feel like you can put the legs up and then use it as like a wedge.
You never want to do that. You never want to. She's not.
Oh, I'm not having sex in the bed that's in zero G.
Yeah, I would. See, I'm with you. See, this is why you and I need to be together, because I'd like somebody to want to try some crazy shit.
You're in like kind of this position,
right? But then if he's here, he's going to be up here. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. We'll figure.
You
just
would be
try
like,
something. You guys are negative Nellies.
No.
This guy's open-minded.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this guy knows. Let's try some zero G.
Just go find somebody else to do it with.
I am fine. I pick him.
Well, I don't want to know.
I will make you sneak. I will make you sneak. You know, if you say you come in, I'll be like, I was waiting for it. I know what you want.
Let's do a couple voicemail, then we'll get out of here.
All right. This one's from, I think, North Carolina, possibly?
So, I just sent in a message about walking my dog and hoping I don't get played. I still hope I don't get played. But I'm walking my old dog, who I love. She's the best. But I think she's got this thing for shitting in the street now. She does it sometimes if like she has like a real good track. We walk up this way, and then
old dogs will do that.
Is this a metaphor? Because he's like,
no, I think he's high and he has an old dog.
I'm getting played.
No, he's high and has an old dog, and he just was talking about how his old dog shits in the street. And Maggie does that. Like, Maggie will go.
Yeah, you just gotta pick it up.
She'll walk it to the street and then be like, well, this is close enough. And then she'll just shit and then walk back.
Pick it up.
It's better than the grass,
I think it is.
because the grass, it sticks to it. And, so the street, it feels like it's not going to leave doo-doo as much.
Why is he whispering? Does he not want his dog to know?
No, a lot of listeners are high when they call us or drunk. And then
they're
in public.
Yeah. Or maybe it's like there's other people around, and it would be really weird for him to be talking about this.
Yeah.
Like next to his neighbor.
I think that's all pretty accurate. Now,
are you guys going to get a new dog?
Oh yeah. I mean, this one, she's ready to go. I think you're ready, right? I mean, like, you're way closer than you were. And
a big dog or tiny pee-pee?
No, she wants a pee-pee dog. I think we're a pee-pee dog family. But what I would like to do to change the kind of like the scope of what we've been doing is I would like to actually put on my balcony artificial turf.
Yeah.
And have it so the pee-pee dog can go out there and take a pee-pee, and then I just spray it down, and then, you know, when people are jogging by, they get dog piss.
Our friends taught their puppy to pee in the shower.
Yeah.
So they don't have to.
Really?
Yeah, it goes in there. And they came over to our house, and I was like, that dog just peed in the shower. And she's like, yeah, we taught it because they go like out of town all the time, and so they stay at hotels. And so she's like,
it just goes in the shower. It knows what a shower is.
Does it like splash all over the feet?
What about poop?
I think if emergencies, it will poop in the shower. You know, I wouldn't be stomping the dog shit down the shower.
No, I'd pick that up.
Yeah,
I'd flush
put it in the toilet.
It's better than the carpet, but for some reason, like
still kind of gross.
Yeah. Your dog piss all over your
shower.
You don't want to
be over there like eating, and then your dog comes by. He's just going. To piss
it's
in your
easier
shower.
if you're in a fifth floor hotel or
of course.
Having to get on the.
I don't know why I did this, but the other day, I think just to prove to myself that I'm not as old as I feel. I was standing naked, about to get in the shower and clean up for bed, and I peed into the sink just to see if I could do it.
Did?
Yeah, I did. I peed in the sink. I was like,
are your toothbrushes nearby?
Yeah, everything. You know, like tampons, everything was out. And I peed right in the sink, and I just let it go right in there. And
that's an arc.
Just turned 46 years old, and he does things like. I feel like teenagers.
That's why
I just want to see if
that's
this
why you got
work.
a trunk of costume.
Yeah. Touche. That is why I got a bag of shit. anything else on that one? You want to move on?
Well, it seems I see a lot of people, like there's a BDM in my neighborhood that walks his dog every single morning. I see him every morning.
I admire that because people that love their animals walk their dogs all the time.
Yeah.
I've never loved an animal enough to walk it every day.
I never walked Lena.
It's a pain.
I feel like a bad owner a little bit.
Backyard.
I feel like a bad owner.
Like she would just go run around the backyard. That was
Caesar was lazy.
Maggie she didn't want to go for a walk either.
Yeah, Maggie doesn't want to walk.
No.
And then I see them walking their dog every morning, and I'm like, that's a lot. I mean, if you put that on paper, like, let's say 45 minutes, and they probably like it as part of their morning routine or whatever, but there's still, 45 minutes a day, every single day. How much time have you dedicated to this animal?
He puts in,
I know.
Ear pods and he walks.
Maisie yelled at me last night. She took a shower with me, and then, sorry, I'm back to the shower thing. And I was like, I'm done peeing in the shower. And she's like, ew. She's like, I pee in the toilet. She fucking chastised me. Let's try this one right here.
Hey, Dan, this one's for you. I called the other day about listening to you talking about how you could turn off streetlights with your electromagnetic anxiety buzz or whatever, and said that I could do that too. But got me thinking about the first time that happened.
I have always been the type of person where, and I figured this out when I was working for the morning show. When I was driving into Clear Channel, I would see all the street lights on I-4, and as I was passing them, they would go out, and it was because of my cosmic energy. Whatever I give off. Whatever powers I have. This guy has the same thing.
Or I thought that I had this superpower was when I was riding home from my buddy's house about 10:30 at night, and I looked down a side street, and a transformer blew up.
Yep.
I mean, bright blue, white light and everything. And at that point, I realized or thought that I'm a one tragic accident being from a superhero or supervillain. And I guess I'm just crazy anxiety. All right. Thanks, guys.
Daniel, were the streetlights turning off because the sun was coming out?
No.
I've heard
at the same time every day, though?
No,
I've certainly could not have been that. It was it was still dark. And I've seen it other places. Like I've been places been sitting in my car at a stoplight, and then the streetlight will just go, ping, and then it'll start over again, like slowly glowing.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I did that.
It's weird when people think they have a superpower, but they can never reenact it or
what's the difference
use it
between
in any way?
people that claim to be psychic? There are tons of friends that I have that will be like, oh, I'm clairvoyant. I'm like, I'm like, well, that's no different than my light thing.
It's like the guy said. You're just one accident away from becoming.
Yeah.
So
I can't harness my power.
Right. You don't know how to harness it. It's there. Mm-hmm. You just don't know how to control
this lady gets it. This lady knows.
Well, no, because I have one too.
Not crazy. I'm on Team Crystal again.
Things happen to me.
Wait to hear this, Andrew.
Oh. Wait a minute. I love that we are. I'm Team Crystal.
Is it you want to talk about my Even Steven one or my psychic one?
Oh, you have more than one?
Even Steven.
I only have one. I only have the stupid light thing. You got double?
Yeah, Even Steven. If I lose $20, I find $20. Always.
That's pretty awesome.
It's like I'm always Even Steven.
That's a good one.
The Seinfeld episode.
You were doing it with the lotto tickets, remember?
I found $20 that I lost last week. I'm like, it's your own 20 that you left in your jeans. You're insane. And she's like, it's Even Steven power.
It's my Even Steven power. It's just like Dan's lights power.
Is it that you you found the money that you lost?
Yes.
No.
If she loses $20, the universe will grant her another $20. I know how this works.
Right. Like if I break something and I had to pay $300 to get a new one, then somehow I found $300.
Yeah. Don't ask this bitch about it. She don't understand powers. She don't have any powers.
I don't have powers because I'm logical.
I don't.
Okay, what's your other one?
He doesn't believe in curses or powers or anything, but do I have a food curse or not?
Okay, well I've seen
proven.
Enough evidence with the food curse to admit that it is something weird happening.
Is it because you have to modify everything because you are a vegetarian?
It's beyond that, because she'll order at a vegetarian place or off the vegetarian member. Like it'll be.
I'll order menu items.
Yeah, menu items like vegetarian wrap. and then it'll be wrong every time. And maybe it's just we notice, like, sometimes, like, food orders are wrong all the time, and we're just noticing it more, similar to the 11:34, the hell clock thing.
I'm attracted to looking at the time.
Yeah, mine's 1:04.1. Mine's 1:04.1.
And then she's like, see? Then I'm like, it could be, it's either the devil showing you from the upside down, trying to talk to you.
It's upside down.
It is the devil trying to communicate with you.
Yeah, it's either that.
Just reminding me.
It's either the Demogorgon upside, like, messing with the lights in the upside down to try to give you some sort of sign that you're in hell, or they're trying to get you, or you just, now that's stuck in your head and your subconscious is now always just look. You're always looking at the time.
Stop trying to ruin everybody's fun all the time.
Well, that's what I get. I just tell what my realistic opinion is, and Crystal accuses me of
you'll
ruining
do this
fun.
to a point. Like there'll be a cardinal in the neighborhood, and my wife will.
Every time I see a cardinal, I think of you.
Yeah, like it's like, oh, my mom and dad think they're reincarnated as cardinals.
No, and Andrea's like that too.
And Andrea will be like, not true. I will kill this cardinal right now. I'm killing your dad.
We're watching America's Got Talent. Okay,
yeah, I was just gonna say.
So America's okay.
Wait, can you control the people in America's Got Talent?
No.
I can't do. I can make them do anything I want with my mind.
No,
but like, it's a TV show. It's a very heavily produced TV show. TC and I understand that.
No, I didn't know it was fake.
For some reason, TC doesn't understand that the kids don't know that, and like they're enjoying watching the fireball thing or the guy flipping backwards or whatever, and then TC's like, this is all set up, right? Like they hired these guys from TikTok, right? This isn't real. These people are not on this.
Say that in front of people?
Yes, in front of the kids.
No, well,
they have magic.
You know, Santa didn't buy these toys,
no,
right?
I want them to understand TV production.
Tooth Fairy is me.
No,
maybe wait a little longer. They're only
six.
This is not the Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus.
It is though. It's magic. It's TV magic.
Yeah, well, it's big corporate media to fake
have some fun.
Jesus. And because they'll say they're like, what if they're going to X this juggling act? I'm like, no, this is the act that they let through.
Did you tell them that the Mandalorian was real? It's the same shit. It's a production.
Well,
let them believe it for a little
hold
longer.
on. Mandalorian is fantasy, and they
so is this. This is all fake.
No,
everything's fake.
They're trying to get you to believe it's real.
They try to present it to us like it's a real judge show, and I want my sons to realize like they're not judging anything.
Oh yeah, that's going to be hard for them.
They're breaking their hearts.
Yeah,
I didn't know you were doing that.
They thought they had a chance to be on the show.
Hold on, why can't I tell them this and not how I get mad about how a baby's born? And she's like, it comes from the vagina. And then she's like, and then the kids are like, what do you mean from where? And they're like, there's a hole there. Don't say
Show them the video.
Don't say the hole. So that's worse than America's Got Talent, right?
No, it's not.
What if there's a hole? That's worse.
So what's the America's Got Talent thing,
Oh my God.
It's all fake. They don't really judge it.
He's trying to explain to his sons that the producers have a way they want it to go, and that the judges really are. They're just
live in the fantasy, like with real world. Like when I was watching it, the real world was the real world show. And
well, why can't we say babies come from storks or they just appear? Like why can't we?
Because that's damaging.
Right?
It's damaging.
Yeah.
They didn't know biology.
Key West BTM in our Twitch chat room says America's got holes. Yeah, there you go. I think that's good. Right. Let's try this one.
Okay,
One more. The last one.
So this is a message for one of your
yes.
I don't want to say R-rated, but this is not for a corporate time. Anyways, so whenever I smoke a bowl of weed or whenever I partake in weed in any form, man, it always makes me have to poop every time. And that's why it's echoey right now, because I am currently pooping.
I don't think so.
Yeah. It's just, does this happen to anybody else? Does this make you guys have to poop at all? Like any other listeners? Anyone? Because it's every time without fail.
Is it diuretic?
It used to be cigarettes and weed for me. If I relax myself, if I can get myself out of an anxiety place, like cigarettes to me, a nice Marlboro Ultralight menthol with a cup of coffee.
Oh, menthol.
Sip of coffee. Toot of cigarette, finish cigarette, put it out, and then the most dookie you would ever find would come out of me. All the dookies.
I wish cigarettes were good for you.
I love miss my cigarettes. I'll smoke right now.
Crystal constantly, we're out somewhere. She's like, you don't make this better.
I agree with that.
That's my little side.
It's been a long time.
I know. I
you
quit
still
in
want it?
2005. I still, that's why I just don't ever start because it never goes away.
Like I feel
just
like,
always want it.
I guess I
miss it.
With marijuana, I don't really.
Do you think when you get old, because you're already old, if you make it to an old age, would you smoke again?
Yeah,
I've thought about it.
Yeah,
I've thought about that.
Isn't that how it got
60,
Dan Rather?
yeah.
Like, or he's still alive. Someone that got cancer again when they started smoking. It was like after 9/11. Remember that?
Are you talking about Peter Jennings?
Yeah, Peter Jennings is dead.
Yeah. Oh, but it was like he didn't smoke. He quit smoking, and then he started after 9/11, and then he got
But
cancer.
you're old at that point.
Yeah,
so
he
do
may
you
have
care?
gotten it anyway. Yeah.
Would you go? So you both would go back. Would you?
I
go
would
back?
start at 60.
I don't know. I don't think I would.
I start smoking.
I want to
at
see my grandchildren.
Overrated. I mean, they're all just like regular children. I'm doing it right now. I'm like, I think my taste will change by then. I'm banking on it.
Did you ever smoke, Sam?
I did.
Would you go back to smoking?
No, but sometimes I do want to vape. Because
Yeah,
I went from smoking to vaping.
Let's start vaping.
Nothing.
Let's get rigs.
I'm
Let's
scared
get
of vaping.
big rigs. I want the big one, light up, mega battery.
Are you going to hang it from your
Nicotine,
like a lanyard?
Yes.
They make nicotine pouches that you just put in and.
How about a pill? How about a pill?
I use those. I use
No,
the
but it's
nicotine
the
lozenges.
act of like.
Yeah,
the
I don't
smoking,
want to
right?
smoke for the nicotine. I don't think. Maybe I do.
No,
I don't.
it's
I
the
just, but I want to.
feeling, yeah.
I want to hold my hand lightly in front of my face.
Yeah.
Get a long
Smoke around.
like a Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
That's good for realtors, though.
No, that's too long. It takes too long to suck so hard to get the
No, you just like
it's so far away. You know.
Got to get a girthy one.
Yeah, big
girthy DeVille.
So yeah, I don't know about this pooping after.
Yeah, it happens to me. Not so much with a weed vape, but there.
I feel like any chemical does it with like one beer. All of a sudden, it like loosens things up.
All of a sudden, your legs feel
Mountain
warm.
Dew and you're.
Yeah, if I drink one Mountain Dew or a cup of
In the
coffee,
morning.
I'm like, whoop! I gotta run to the bathroom.
You're adding chemicals to some sort of compact, dookie
Yeah.
down there. There's like bad living.
Yeah, I feel
and
like
then it loosens it up. It's like up.
It's like a line of gunpowder that a cowboy he powdered it out.
Yeah.
You like shake it out, and then you light the line of gunpowder.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here.
I'm worn out.
That was fun.
So
Thanks for having us.
You guys are funny.
I can't wait to hear about your trip.
I love you
Yeah,
guys. You're
we'll-
both. I love you the most
we'll
because
tell
you're
you.
mine. But am I allowed to say that? You allowed to say you're mine, or is that no? Too
Daniel.
possessive. Cancel him.
Yeah, no, he belongs to me.
Let's talk about the Bart Merrick team, Crystal Van. If you want to sell your house, if you want to buy a house, I know the market's changing a little bit, right?
It's changing, yeah.
So
It's starting to soften up a little bit.
So
Yeah, I love them soft.
like there was a period of time there was
Period.
extremely hard to buy a house, and then it seems
Yeah,
like
I feel like the frenzy's over.
yeah.
Prices aren't really changing too much yet.
Do you think with the interest rate that has changed,
Oh my gosh.
prices will change?
I'm sure
they're
will.
going to have to come down, right?
Yeah, because there's a certain number of people who have to move or who have to
Right.
sell. I think the people who wanted to maybe would hold off, but for the people who have to, they're going to have to adjust their price
So
to accommodate.
if you're looking to sell your house or buy a house, call up Crystal Van, part of the Bart Merrick team, and she'll
Or
help
send
you
me a
out.
text. You guys know I love text.
Yep.
407-865-3863.
There you go.
Can't wait.
Samantha, are you going to be doing some semantics while we're on
There
vacation?
will be a new. Well, let's see when this comes out. Yes, so when this comes out, there will be a new semantics. I don't know who or what it's going to be about
I like
yet.
that.
But you
Surprise.
can go back to last week's. You heard about this one, which also you can find on the Semantics Patreon, patreon.com/semantics. And it will be Derek's episode, and it's various sports conspiracies.
All right.
Check that out.
Oh, Injured on the Go, just call Mo. He is our lawyer sponsor, and he will help you out, help the BDM get $100,000 when he thought he was
Lord.
only going to get $8,000 or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's that big of a difference.
Yeah, don't get
Mo
cheated
will
by
take care
the
of you.
insurance company. They do not want to pay you, and they are not your friend.
Yep. Justcallmo.com.
Meatbox. Let's talk about that. I would get it sooner rather than later.
It's great, like a July 4th thing.
Yeah.
That's what. TomandDanMeatbox.com.
Think about
Get your meatbox.
We put it together for kind of July 4th,
Yep.
although he's going to start shipping them. He was going to ship them all before July 4th, but I said just ship them out as they come, as the orders come in. But like I said, it's a small organization, but it's super top quality meat, and Morris Family Farms does it correctly. And
Yes.
we realize that if we can give BDM some super high quality meat and they're happy, Morris Family
Just the way he processes everything is top tier.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
And Eric wanted me to let everybody know that when this show comes out, the Villain Medium Mesh hat will be the featured item of the week.
Oh, I love that hat. If you don't have one of those, the entire hat is made out of the back of like a snapback. So you can wear it on a scooter, a motorcycle.
Ooh,
you can wear
airflow.
Yeah, you get airflow. It doesn't blow off your head. It's a great little hat. I have a couple of them. I actually have one in the other room. But not that I'm not going to run in there and get it. There's one in the other room.
It'll be on our merch section at tomandan.com. So, you can see that. And we'll see you at all the events coming up, including Carts and Kegs.
Yep.
And go check out Pirate Spot for all your fireworks needs. iwantfireworks.com. All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Well, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.